What's up, nerds?
Hello, Internet.
Welcome to Scalebound number 6.
Ooh.
I am the Dungeon Master, Sean. With me, as always, are Celine and Ted. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
Well, in case you were wondering, we are still going to be back tomorrow.
Yup.
We didn't make last week, and we decided to do a double feature. So you get a Scalebound 6 tonight, Scalebound 7 as planned for tomorrow. So back to back, which is crazy.
Hey.
So excited.
Yeah.
All right.
Most
so
excited.
last time, our heroes got into a bunch of scraps, fought several battles, emerged victorious in every single one, and then at the end, we're able to capture the widow Hodge, who had paid these red rapscallions to kidnap a noble person's daughter, so the cops would take kidnappings more seriously. Didn't really think it through after that. Yeah. So they have been bound and gagged, and you finish a long rest, everyone except for Ferris, who stayed up. And yeah, it is, I'm going to say it is, dawn is cresting over the trees in the east. You smell that, like, morning dew, like cold morning smell. And you hear chirping of birds, and you can hear the scuttle of various fauna off in the distance. And your wolf-sized dragons open their eyes and stretch.
Oh, that's right, yeah. For those of you who didn't realize that last time, or forgot like me.
Yeah. What do you do?
You guys are really big now.
Wow. Yeah.
That's like a big step.
What? You did all that overnight? Did it feel weird?
Gary looks down and he was like, I don't know if I did it. It seemed more like it happened, and then he looks over at Clint, and they're like, it happened to us? Yeah, to us. It seemed more like of a passive thing. Yeah, it was. Glint's gonna make a religion check. What does Glint add to her religion? She's gonna cast guidance on herself, too.
That would make sense.
How many spell points do we have at this level? Now that we're at 4.
Oh! Excellent question. I didn't
Wow,
double
yeah.
check that because that's,
It's also very... It's not easy to find.
It is one small table somewhere.
Glint adds a 3.
A 3, so she got a 17.
Hey, alright.
With a 17 spell points by level, you guys are level 4. You have 17 spell points.
Ooh, so points.
Yeah.
Dry erase? I know you're looking for one for like forever.
I have this one that I've been using.
Dry erase.
Alright, sweet. I'll just put it right here.
There you go. Smart.
She will say, she'll look, she thinks for a second, and yeah, she'll look, she'll respond. So if I had to put a guess to it, that dream we had seemed to be visions of Bahamut, the god of metallic dragon, and she looks over at Gary when she says metallic dragons. So we might have been blessed by Bahamut or something.
Question,
alright.
do we recognize the guy... Wait, did we see the guy who said, get away from that egg?
No, you just heard the voice.
And we didn't hear the person talk from the first stream. Who
Correct.
was writing them. We just heard the mom voice.
Correct.
Did the egg that formed from the tear
Yes.
have any distinct features about it?
It was dull gray, similar to like the metallic part of the scales from the dragon you saw in the first vision. It was like a dull gray kind of shot through with bright different metals and gems and
So
stuff.
safe to say we would be able to put 2 and 2 together that egg was their mama?
That
Can
is
I
a
make a
reasonable
roll?
No, you don't have to.
Or-
No roll
okay,
necessary.
cool.
That seems intuitive, matching colors.
Yeah.
You would think that there's a potential that this is their mother. You've never seen another
Yeah.
dragon egg that color, and you've never seen a dragon that particular color, so it checks out. I mean, anything's possible in a world full of magic and wonder, so, like, it might not be, but signs point to yes in your magic 8-ball in your head.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, we seem to be getting a bunch of dreams about your mum, and like how she came around.
Yeah.
You've got a very impressive
That-
lineage.
Well, I mean, I thought we had a very impressive lineage when we were just Stronghearts, so
Aww,
this is kind of
That's nice,
it's like
Gary.
it's like doubling down.
doubling down. 2 birds, 1 stone. Like that.
It's less murderous, but same idea. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we get on the road? What are we going to do about you? You don't fit in our hidey backpacks anymore.
No, not definitely not Shug. And Glint will flat out say, like, I can walk next to you. And Gary's like, I can be invisible.
Ooh.
Can he be invisible? Did you
can't
take
be
invisibility?
He did.
Cool. Hey, I can be
To take invisibility.
I mean, yeah, I guess this is just our lives now. Just got a dragon. I mean, it's
I mean, we always had the dragons.
right, but they're
Well, not
like,
always, but
but now they're bigger. So I feel like when they were smaller, it was easier for people to be like, oh, steal that dragon, put it in a bag, try to take it away from you. It's small,
Yeah.
like a cat. But now it's like a wolf, and maybe people will be like, whoa, maybe we give paws to the much larger dragon creature.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Wolves have paws.
That's true.
Good job, Gary.
No, it was fun wordplay accidentally. Us
Yeah.
being the size of wolves gives them
That's
paws.
positive. No,
We can't.
I got it. It was fun. I know.
Can we ride you? So you're the size of big
I'm gonna
wolves,
say
right?
probably.
Or little wolves? Like regular wolves are the dire kind.
No, regular wolves.
Okay, never mind.
He comes up. He used to
It's
come up
just
to your
a
mid
dog,
calf,
be like,
and now he
I'm
comes.
riding you, Gary.
Lionel, your whimsy knows no end.
Oh, can the little girl go on him?
Yeah. Addison is small enough where she would be
Hey,
able
Gary.
to ride.
Could you
Yes.
you want to ride on Gary's back, Addison? For a little bit.
Is he gonna? Yeah, that would be fun.
Just like around the
Hey,
cabin we're in. Oh,
Addison. You ever try flying? And then Gary and takes off with Addison on his back, and she starts screaming like ah 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 ah. But you can tell that it is like in kind of like more shocked than scared. And Gary turns his dragon head and makes an insight check. He gets a 2. She hates it. I'm putting her down. No, higher! And then there's a fun little flying montage that Addison gets to have, where she finally feels free after being shackled. It's very metaphorical and poetic. But back here on the ground,
Getting spooky.
Ghost Drawer.
yeah, I hope he doesn't drop her. That would suck.
Well, I mean, he has feather.
I have feather fall.
That's
Except,
true.
I don't think he has it prepared today.
I don't think you have it prepared today. Because you didn't have it prepared yesterday. And you didn't know you were going to grow in giant size.
It's the morning I prepared it. Oh, okay. So yeah. Jantro will chime in and be like, hey guys, so you saved me. So again, Mom's the word about those dragons if you don't want that getting out. Really, this seems an awful lot like none of my business. But yeah, thanks so much. Anything I can do to help on the way back? Yeah, what's cooking? Guys. What's your?
Oh, no, what he's cooking. What's for breakfast?
I didn't bring. I just brought, and he pulls out a single good berry, and he's like, "This was what I was gonna have. I didn't know I was gonna meet people on the road. Usually, I'm I'm a investigative reporter. I'm always out on the own. I'm on my own, out in the open. So
We're also investigators.
I mean, yeah, you're doing a bang up job. You found me. You found the
Nice.
girl. Yeah, you got
We
we
gotta
shoulda-
take you to.
Mirror.
Yeah,
Alright, we gotta
that's
take you
that's
back.
where we're taking everybody to Mirror.
Yeah. I think
Somebody was
that's
looking for you,
what we're doing today.
Jantro.
Oh, cool. Love it when people are looking for me.
Yeah, definitely somebody whose name I have somewhere in here.
Cool. I mean, it was probably either. Oh, was it the lady from the dessert place?
No, but she was worried about you.
She would be. I'm her best customer.
Mm.
Love those apple fritters.
Yeah. No. Oh wait. It was a Bertram Copperpot.
Oh, Bertram! Really? He's so gruff, but apparently he has a heart of gold since the people after me. That's dope. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Well, that's on the circuit.
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
circuit.
how is... Because we traveled a day south from our town.
Yeah.
So we have to travel 2 days up to Mirabar.
Approximately, yeah.
So yeah, let's get going. Travel.
All right. Fun little travel montage. You get back to your house in a day. Is there anything that you want to take care of in particular in your hometown before you guys head on to Mirabar? Of course, you arrive home. Your mom is overjoyed to see you. My boys, my sweet little boys, and my big dragons. They're so big. Well, we're going to have to double up your rations now. Thank you, Mom. And
You got any, like, cookies or something hanging around? Can you give the kid? There's a kid.
Oh, little darling, I'm so sorry you had to. How did you? And then you guys explain the whole situation. Yes, we'll get her a good night's sleep and some treats. I've got some raspberry razzle tarts. You know how you like your razzle tarts, Lionel. First the razzle, and then you get the dazzle. And then so yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah, I'll say that you can catch up your mom and everything that's going on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else specific you wanted to get done?
I don't think we really have anything in the town other than like we're still looking for Gilly, but we're hoping to
Find it.
find it
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
as we find wherever.
Oh,
this
boys,
guy is.
you're getting clues every day, it sounds like. I'm sure you'll have her found in no time.
Yeah, that's
And then
the
when
plan.
you do, make sure you make all of those men pay. And the lady who did the shadow magic, I still don't really understand it.
Fair. She's yeah.
Sorry, I have YouTube up and it's not showing the live show. So I just want to make sure everything's good.
Yeah, that's fair. Good point. Let's check. It's
And we're
checking
actually
it's live
talking to
over here.
internet people.
Well,
That would be...
well, either way, we've been recording the whole
Oh,
time.
okay. So, later internet people.
Is
What's
what
up?
is.
Yeah, it was saying that it was live, but I guess maybe it wasn't. Well, whatever. Yeah, we've been recording the whole time for the past 20 minutes, so we have the audio still there.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, Sonny, for checking. Which is weird because it pre-streamed too. Looks like it's
Oh, it looks like we're live now.
okay.
Did we fix it?
I think we fixed it.
Dope!
Hi, internet. Sorry, we've been playing for 20 minutes, not realizing it wasn't streaming.
Yeah.
So hello.
It was everything was going. Little spiky bits were going on graphs. But
So Spike, so Bits.
So
But yeah.
graphs.
But yeah. Anyway, you didn't miss
Terribly
too much.
No, it was mostly RP stuff. I'll catch you guys up real quick. The dragons are now the size of wolves, and they can fly with children on their back if they need to. Our heroes traveled home to their mom. They caught their mom up on everything that was going on, taking special care of the nobleman's daughter. She is Addison. Sorry? Winters. So they will be in the morrow taking them back to the Whittlestaff Manor, where her father dwells. Cool, you're caught up.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, that's basically it. We're traveling back from the camp, 3 Orc Pass, right?
Yes, 3 Arc Pass.
Back to Mirabar.
You have just
stopping.
spent the night at the Strongheart Farms at Thistledown. So yeah, you guys continue back. I'm just gonna say you arrive back in Mirabar. Jantro is like, hey, I'm gonna go check in with Bertram at the Smithfoot Crier. I'll let him know that I'm back and that you guys are the ones who saved me. You should be able to swing by and get whatever he kind of promised to you.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. You guys, if
Come
you need,
Jantro.
if you here's my card. Gives you his card. It has his address on it. Now, for the first time ever, you know where I live, and if you need to find me, I'm usually there. It sounds like you found all the places I go. So, like, yeah, you need me. You know where to find me.
Sure.
Oh, you guys won. And he pieces out.
All right.
Where would you guys like to go first?
Bring the child home, I would assume.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Okay, cool. So you take the child home. There's the knock on the door, and then the silence for like just a little too long, and then and then you waft, you get all of those nice like rich people smells, and this time opening the door is Lord of the Manor, Jerome Winters himself, and he looks bad. He looks like he hasn't slept in days. He's stopped. Like hasn't slept in days, greasy hair, all like plastered on his head. You can smell him a little bit, like you can smell his BO.
Took prestidigitation.
And as soon as he sees his daughter, his face lights up, and you see relief cascade over him, and he starts crying, and he holds her, and he's like rocking back and forth, like, "Oh, my sweet darling, I'm so sorry. I will never let anything happen like this again. Oh my God, you got her. Run upstairs. I need to thank these brave, strong hearts." And she runs upstairs. First, she runs over and gives all of you guys a hug. Leg, waist, neck. And she goes to give you back the teddy bear you gave her. She goes, "Thank you. He kept me safe."
Oh, you sure? Do you want to hold on to him?
Thank you. And then she hugs him and runs upstairs. And
Welcome.
Lord Winters will be like, "Thank you both so much for what you've done. As per the second part of our business inquiry."
Oh,
Yeah, we got these guys.
Oh!
Before we like bring them forth, I'll say
Oh, yeah.
we have two of them.
Oh!
So we have the woman who arranged the kidnapping, and the person who she hired to do the kidnapping.
Yes.
Now,
So we have the mind and the muscle.
we will give you the person who, without quite, I mean, we can eventually give you both, but the guy who was hired is part of a group that defected from the military and has all this information about what's going on and how it's all a route. There's a whole larger thing.
Yeah.
So we want to take him
Yeah.
over to the stockades to deliver all that information. Then after that, I don't know what's going to happen to him. But we will give you her. She's the one who made it all happen.
This is an acceptable part of the bargain, and if you wish, I can keep our part of this arrangement silent, so you can still get the bounty for the other men from Artem.
That would
Does that sound amenable to all parties?
I
Yeah,
would
it sounds
say
about.
so, yeah.
I think that sounds good.
Very well. He looks down at Widow Hodge. "Welcome to your new home, Widow Hodge. You will be spending the rest of your life making sure that my daughter has everything she wants. And if not, your life will end abruptly."
Do you find that this lady has like a family or anything?
It'd be pretty cool. Just keep cool.
I'm having moral qualms.
And as you say moral qualms, the door shuts behind Widow Hodge in her new home.
Oh no, she's a widow. She's fine.
I mean, it's literally her name.
Yeah. So
Checks
you-
out.
Do you think her name is Widow or she is a widow?
maybe little call me.
I
Yeah,
feel
well,
like
it's-
at this point
it doesn't
would be
matter
rude
now.
to ask. We did travel with her for 2 days.
Yeah,
I feel like it's one of those rules that you don't ask about it. Like when you think someone's pregnant, you just leave it alone until there's a baby.
well, that would be like, what if you named your kid like Lord Smith? His last name is Smith, and you named him Lord. People will call him Lord Smith, but he's not actually a lord. His name is just Lord.
Yeah, but
That
with,
kid sounds fancy.
yeah,
Right? See, that's what I'm saying. Automatic
Yeah.
status points.
but I mean, there is the risk that some member of the nobility would take offense to that and then just like kill that kid.
Listen, I didn't say it was a good idea.
Oh,
I
no,
just said
it's
it was
fair.
a thing.
It is a thing.
It's like if you named someone Doc, or their nickname is Doc, and you're like, oh, you're a doctor. No, that's just my nickname. What?
Why
Yeah,
is your
it's
nickname Doc?
Just because of the glasses.
And then
Why does that make you a doctor?
I don't
What
know.
gives you the qualifications?
That's what people started calling me. I love our fun little improv bits. It's one of the favorite things that we do.
well, that's my point. So whatever, it doesn't matter. She's done now.
Yes.
We're never gonna see her again.
No.
So we take
So 300 gold then, yeah.
Yep.
split.
Well, 150 each.
Yeah.
We can go get the bounty
Yes.
from Artem for the other guy.
Ooh, let me double check something. Because
Lovely.
no, sorry, it was it'll be 350 gold for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
Because the
So now
yes,
25.
Arch and Hammerbreed was offering 175 gold.
Oh, okay, my
And
mistake.
they were offering double, so you guys get a little more.
All right, 175.
Nice.
You'll be rich by the end of this.
If
I won't have
was
to
a
farm ever again.
Nah, then I just do it for fun.
All right.
Just move bales from one side of the
Hey,
land to the
That's how I
other.
stay fit.
Worked for you so far.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna head over to the Iron Bolt Stockades
All right.
with you know,
That other guy.
Slim Timmy over here.
When
Whatever his name is, I don't know. Thick boy, whatever we want to call him, I don't care. Armor dude.
yeah, you've been calling him Slim Timmy for 2 days.
I wrote down the 3 names of the pickpockets that we killed
Yeah,
that we
they're dead
didn't even like we could have avoided completely.
Yeah.
But I didn't write any of the names down for the important people that we had to bring back.
I don't think you got their names. I don't think he gave
I have
you
5
his name.
soldiers, 1 gnome, old.
Yeah, I don't think.
child size. Oh, it's the big guy
Yeah.
who was watching her, right?
Yes.
Big
And I don't-
guy.
I don't
She's gonna
think-
call him Big Guy.
Slim Timmy.
Yeah, Slim
okay,
Timmy.
Slim Timmy.
Slim Timmy.
So Slim Timmy, when you shut the door as you guys start walking up the blockades, he'll lean over and be like, "Listen, I know like we're on opposite sides of this, but I respect the hustle. Like doubling down on the bounty. Like
Also,
if you gotta flaunt it.
God put food on the table.
not for nothing, she did everything, reasons notwithstanding, and you just took a job.
Yeah, right.
But if we gave you to him, yeah, that's your life now.
Oh no, no.
I don't know what'll happen here, but you've got information, so maybe that'll lessen your sentence. I don't know.
Oh, one could hope.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's
All
go.
right, well, let's go.
Cool. So yeah, you guys head off to the Iron Bolt Stockades. You get there, familiar big doors, cha-chung, and they open, and then sell. And then you walk by big table, Artem Hammerbeard, and he's like, "Oh, so you're back." Now, question: have you been walking around with your dragons out and about this whole time?
Yep.
And are you walking into them with
Yeah, oh,
your dragons out and about?
I think Gary is invisible.
Cool.
No. Glenn is just resplendent, shiny, crystalline
Gary's staying
self.
invisible and like dodging and weaving like a sneaky dog.
Okay. As you're walking through the hall,
Okay.
through the halls, the city halls, the streets.
As they call it.
Yeah, city halls. The city hall. The street. You're walking through the streets of
Of the hall.
of the city. And you everyone is openly gawking and pointing, and Glint is strutting.
Yeah, live it up, girl. You got
Glint
this.
thinks she is gorgeous and resplendent as any dragon ever, and the kind of
I'm keeping an eye out to see, just in case anybody tries anything.
yeah. I mean, make a perception
the-
check. Gary's gonna make one too.
Pretty.
Roll over here for Gary. Gary doesn't do great.
That's why are you rolling for Gary?
It's an RP situation, so I'm rolling for him.
Alright.
In combat, you become one.
Perception, you said?
I did.
16.
16. You don't. Definitely no one's starting any shit.
Cool.
And you will pick up lots of different expressions from people, because, like, dragons are very uncommon. Like, maybe once in your entire lifetime, someone might see a dragon flying overhead miles and miles. But, like, they're not. It is shocking to see one out and about. So you see, like, basically the full spectrum of reactions. Some people are scared, some people are in awe, some people are confused.
Can I Is there enough to work with here to make it like it's a show? Like basically, if I had a basket and started going around, could I take up a collection?
Okay. That would require two things.
Try to get some more coin.
First, you would have to, as Lionel, say how would you do that? Would you just walk around with a hat? Are you going to start carnival barking?
I just want to point out we are rich. Like we could retire right now and we'd be done for life. We're currently investigation and finding our sister.
That's true.
Is what's driving us. If we only wanted to just be farmers, we are set for like 3 generations at this point with
All right,
with
fair
600 gold apiece.
I'm just gonna
Or
walk
total,
around with a
rather.
basket as I'm like looking out.
All right, cool. Roll
If I roll close enough to someone, it's just like,
roll persuasion with disadvantage.
that's reasonable.
We're not turning this into a parade. It's becoming one. That's
Yeah.
not-
Exactly. So, persuasion.
Yeah,
So bad.
disadvantage. Yeah.
9.
9. Yeah, one person puts in some trash because they think that you're collecting trash. So they have like
Yeah, it's reasonable.
yeah, they have some like old copies of the Smith Foot Crier that a sandwich was wrapped in that he just like crumples up and throws in.
Ah. Does it look like anything interesting to read?
I mean, it's hard to. It's got a lot of old
Sandwich?
mayo on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
All
you
right.
can try
I'll
it.
just- No, I'll just stop.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's what.
Worth a
that's,
shot.
that's what happens there. So, you get to the Iron Bolt stockades. Artem's face turns white. Give me an insight check, both of you.
And dragons.
I'm gonna say Glyn. Actually, yeah, your dragons can too. You guys can roll for that.
Oh yeah, we'll take that new +1 to 24, and then Glint got
What kind of check was this? Perception.
Right.
Insight.
Say
Insight.
24, and Glint got a 24.
Nice.
This is what I'm talking about. In sync.
Ooh, Gary
Team
did
same
real
brain.
bad. Gary got a 3.
Okay.
I know I got 15.
All right. Gary thinks that Artem has a stomachache
Oh.
and communicates that to you. I think he's gonna throw up.
I hand him the bucket or the basket that I was holding outside.
Okay,
with
he
the sandwich
doesn't.
trash.
You know that he is not feeling ill. Like Lionel knows
Oh, okay.
that is not the case.
Yeah, I don't think. I think
And
It's
you
all right.
guys will both detect a sense of reverence in
right.
Artem.
And you should be.
Oh, because of the dragon.
So-
Crystal Dragon.
Fancy dragon.
I mean, so the artwork shows a crystal dragon is basically like any prism you've ever
Yeah.
seen, and we're in bright sun daylight, and she's just the size of a wolf, so it's just like
A beautiful
rainbow
glittery-
everywhere,
Yeah.
It's like
shining through the prism.
Edward Cullen up in here.
Yeah, only not as stupid.
It's like much cooler. Like,
Well, I mean,
I just wanted to
Edward
reference.
Cullen
I just
knew it
wanted
was
to
a good
reference Twilight for the hell of it.
hell yeah, dude.
so anyway,
But like better.
So, yeah, Artem is just kind of staring blank-faced at Glint as you reach the desk.
no, we did your job.
Oh, what?
I
am
nudged the other guy
sorry.
forward.
Hi.
This is Slim
What?
Timmy.
This is
Actually,
Slim
I don't know
Timmy.
what his name is. What's your name?
Slimothy Timothy.
Oh, well, what a great guess.
I thought you knew. That's why you were.
Yep,
calling me
Yep, I
that.
know it. Yep. I knew it. You must have said it, and I just subconscious.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that checks out.
Anyway,
In relation to Glimothy.
Never heard of him.
This is Slim Timmy. Slim Timmy has a lot of information. He was the leader of the party who kidnapped Addison Winters.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Awesome.
But
So,
But
I don't
wait,
know if you
there's
want to
more.
go talk someplace more private, but there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of.
Stuff
I
about
would-
soldier. I'm doing this quietly but loudly because the internet.
yes.
About soldiers defecting and causing ruckus.
Excellent. Thank you both so much. Cool. He will. He walks around, grabs Slim Timmy, throws him in one of the cells lining the walls, shuts it, and then motions for you guys to follow him through a back door.
Okay.
He leads you into his office. His office. I don't think you've been into his office before. It's pretty Spartan. It has almost like a perfectly neutral smell. Like a simple but sturdy wooden desk, a couple of bookshelves, mostly empty. And just like two very simple chairs. And then as he sits down, he pulls out from a bottom drawer a bottle of whiskey.
Oh.
Opens it up, takes out 4 glasses.
Four.
4.
Because what?
Because Clint.
Yes. Gabby, do you want one?
I'm still not 100% this guy's on the level. And he's not sick. So I'm gonna hide invisibly for now. To strike if the iron's hot.
Alright. If you're feeling frisky and want to join in, I got that rum in my bag. So feel free. Be careful though. He's very strong.
Thank you.
Some say twice as strong as normal rum.
Some would say that.
Some?
And by some, I mean the trinket table.
All hail the trinket table.
Yes.
So you
That's Gary worship.
yeah. So Artem will pour the first 3 and then look down at Clint and say like, I don't even know how to address you, but would you like some whiskey? And she's like, yeah, sure, I'd love some. Pours a 5th glass, passes him out, holds up for cheers.
Cheers.
And he like goes over and like clinks and glints while she like drinks. And he takes a big swig. Oh, I didn't think I would ever meet a dragon, so this is kind of a huge deal for me. Yeah, wow. So what happened with Flynn Timmy?
So yeah, we'll tell him the whole thing about how he was hired by
This old lady.
This lady to
Gotcha.
steal Addison Winters because she wants you guys to take the children being kidnapped more seriously.
Cool.
And we tell him about how our sister got taken by the red and how it's a
Yeah, I mean, it
like
can't
the
hurt.
threat, like what we know about them and like
Yeah,
Okay.
they're stealing. They're still not apparently above slave trade. Like
Yeah.
they stole our sister. That seems to be a shot at us for messing up their operation.
yeah, but we
Oh,
got
you were targeted.
Yeah, so they're not above that either.
yeah, but
Okay.
we've got
We're working on.
we're working on some more leads.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we have these letters,
Hmm.
right? We had letters from the Mirambar Army
Cool.
and the uniforms
Mm-hmm.
that we found, and it's
Oh,
just
wow.
like, yeah, apparently it's not a war with Luskin. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ruse. It's with Neverwinter. That Luskin has nothing to do with it.
Fuck.
Can Gary make an insight check to see if this guy seems like he knew it or not?
Sure,
Or do you
go for
want to? You can
Yeah.
do it.
You initiated the roll. You do it.
Okay.
I feel like that's a decent rule for now in RP situations. If I think it makes sense for the dragons to make a roll, I'll roll.
Actually, can Lionel make it? I'm just real bad at both. Could it be
Either of you can make an insight check.
What about both of us making
Sure.
an insight check? Cool.
Why not?
He has a -2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why not?
Very bad at investing. He got a 3, and I got a 9. This guy seems on low.
He is on the level.
This guy seems super shocked by it.
My passive insight is 17 now, so I
Good
trust
to know.
him.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say that these guys and Slim Timmy told us that like it pays more to take this like shitty mercenary work than it does to be in the military. So like him and a bunch of other people are just looking to make money and defect, especially because everything they've been told about the war is a lie.
All right. This is.
Yeah, you might want to fix what's going on your insides, bud.
Yeah, you're right. This is all excellent information to have, even though it's disappointing information to hear. Yeah, you guys definitely earn this, and he passes over the 175 gold that he owes you. But yeah, I mean, if there's
87
anything,
gold, 5 silver.
So mad.
if you, I mean, if there's any information you wanted to try and get from Slim Timmy, as long as you allow one of my people in the room, you could take a crack at him.
We've had him for the past 2 days.
Oh, okay.
We pretty much. I think.
So yeah, we can.
But yeah, it's.
Oh, could we get the... He wasn't involved with the red, right? He was
No, he
separate.
was.
He was?
He was just new to the outfit, so he hadn't heard about any of like the bigger operations, like the other
Would
kids who had
he-
gone missing. This was kind of like he will have told you over the last 2 days. I'll say that like you guys have done some like preliminary investigations, and he will say that like he had signed up for the army for the signing bonus. They have basically one of those, and then immediately defected to the red because he could double down. So he got his signing bonus, then he took the job from the red to do this kidnapping. It was his first job for the red. This is how he was going to earn his bones to make it, like, to prove that he was trustworthy, to learn that second level of information.
Would he have known the time?
I think was that what you were just getting at?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't going to bring that up. He
Of
doesn't
the
know
where
the
we
time.
need to
Yeah,
meet when
no.
we need to go to that place? Okay.
Basically, like, after completing this mission, then
Yeah, that's...
potentially he would have...
I didn't know, like, what level of information
Fair.
that would have been.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
Cool.
Okay. So then, yeah, we don't really need to talk to him, I guess.
Oh,
Alright.
do we want to tell him about this old Royals graveyard?
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what I hesitated on before. I was like, how much information are we giving him?
I mean, he seems.
He seems
legit.
level.
So I'm gonna say.
Actually, while you guys are kind of, like, mentally,
Yeah.
perception check from Glint.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's a 9. 14.
A 14 will be enough, because he's not trying to hide it. Peeking out, because she's like lower to the ground, she has an angle on it. Peeking out from under his sleeve, she notices a tattoo, and the bottom of it looks like the silhouette for the symbol of Bahamut. It looks like you might have stumbled upon a worshiper of Bahamut.
Oh, okay.
Bahamut's
Jewel.
the good one.
The good one,
Yes,
yes.
the good one. So the okay.
Tiamat's
What are you
the
talking
bad
about? Tiamat has her own free love and treasure society of
Just
best
because
friends.
you change the name doesn't not make it a cult.
It's rebranding.
So,
Continue.
So I will tell him. So we've been messing up their organization, sometimes on purpose, sometimes by accident. Obviously, they targeted us.
Obviously,
but
they shouldn't have gone by your farm.
no, that was a big
was their
mistake.
first
They're
mistake.
gonna pay for that
Yeah.
for sure. But we overheard, and we've seen missives and things. It seems like they're getting on to us, like that they're worried they're gonna want to split because they're gonna be caught.
Yeah.
So they're talking about meeting at this old Royals graveyard.
Yeah.
We don't know where that is. I don't think, do we?
You guys wouldn't have heard of it.
Okay.
And he will tell you, it's years and years ago, the old kings of Mirabar were buried in this graveyard. It was separate from the town because of the whole, like, royals don't want to be with the hoi polloi kind of thing. But yeah, it is. I'm just looking around. Yeah. It's a little bit south of the main city. Not a lot of foot traffic there anymore because again, this is thousands of years old. But like, yeah, and he'll be able to point out on a map
Sure.
where it is.
And
And he's like, it is kind of like a heavily wooded area. There's a lot of overgrown kind of foliage and stuff. Only a couple mausoleums have survived the years, so there's not a ton there.
is there reason for like general public to even go there, other than like
Not
to visit it?
really,
maybe.
no.
And there's no reason that there would be a military presence there.
Absolutely not.
All right, so there's not like we can ask you or anybody else to go. So it was just gonna have to be a stakeout, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So we don't know what time they're meeting. We have a passphrase that may or may not. I think we even shared it with you. I don't remember.
Yeah,
That may or may not be still good.
Do you think it's like a regular meeting time, or do you think it's a one-time meet?
I feel like it probably was a regular meeting time.
I think one of the notes said something like, had to change the meat
Yeah,
to the
chances
Old
of
Royals
being
graveyard.
caught are increasing, meeting at a new place. Old Royals graveyard, same time.
Right.
That was from
So from that, you
the
wouldn't be
lady.
able. It's kind of ambiguous. It doesn't. It sounds like this meeting was definitely pre-planned, but you can't really tell if it was
Because I was going to say, Jan,
reoccurring.
I mean, Gary's got a familiar friend
Yeah.
Right, that's true. Well, all I'm saying is
that we could send and stake out through, so that way we're not like.
it's just, no.
Or, I mean, they could just go.
Well,
We
no.
could all just go.
Well, my point being is that we don't. They already seem skittish. Like they're worried about getting caught.
Mm-hmm.
So, the longer it is two things. Either we can try to not pursue them, which I don't want to do, and let them try to lull themselves into a false sense of security, and then hit them when they're least expecting it.
I feel like that's going to be extra time
Right,
that Gilly
exactly.
might not have.
Right.
Agreed.
So we hit them hard, and I guess we just have to find a place to hide, I guess, and stake it out and wait for the meeting time, and then we can try and roll up with the stuff we have and just be like, death, whatever, let us in. Wings of something. Satan, I don't know what we're supposed to say.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Silent wings hide many secrets!
Yes, that.
I think you have to also
say
say
it
it
right.
like that, Lionel. Yeah, no, that was pitch perfect.
Yeah, I was trying.
Like
I was
that
trying to
movie
do
with
that
Anna
Mirrorbot
Kendrick?
accent that they all go.
Yeah, no, you crushed it. You sound like all of them.
Great.
So yeah,
Like that
if we,
question, yeah.
Sound the same to me.
Alright.
so yeah, we can try it. That that passphrase might have changed. It might not check out anymore.
Fair.
So we could also maybe see if we could listen in to hear a new one.
Yeah. Alright, so we're doing a stakeout.
It's the best I got.
Yeah.
Other than like cleaning up the last couple of loose ends we have here in the city.
What other loose ends do
There
we
we
have
go
in the
visit.
city?
Copper pot.
Oh, it's true.
And there was a couple of random other things, but they're not really important.
Alright, so let's
Checks
go.
out.
Copperpot is the journalist guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go to him, get our reward, tie that up.
Yep.
Get whatever we want to have for stakeout, and then travel on out.
So anyway, not to just completely forget that you're there.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
this
yeah.
was it was
Wait.
actually really interesting to watch your process because you guys have been crushing it lately. So I was.
Yeah, I'm
you see, he has a pencil out. He's
I'm
just
really-
taking
I'm
notes.
really thinking about is you got like a calligrapher paper guy in town?
I don't
Thinking
have.
about getting business cards.
Oh, there.
Strong hot investigation.
Honestly, Doc's Provisions has pretty much everything you need. So if
Alright.
anyone would be able to hook you up with like the card stock required, that would be Doc. And then maybe he could point you to
Nice.
someone with
Nice.
fancy handwriting.
I'm thinking some business cards so it should be in order soon. And if we're going to do a stakeout, do you have like a meat sandwich place?
We what? No, we don't have a meat.
You don't have a place that makes sandwiches out of meat?
Not
Like-
specifically. Like there's the
And
bakery and there's the pub. You could probably get some
Are burgers a thing in this world?
burgers are not a thing.
Yeah, meat sandwich.
I mean,
You get
could,
two. So you take like a little roll of bread, like a mini roll,
No, I understand what
you
a sandwich
cut it,
is. I just there
and then you
isn't.
get like meat,
Yeah, there
and
isn't
you
one.
put it in there.
It's not a
Preferably beef.
place that
Make
just
it like patty.
specifies in that. I'm saying like you could probably get a to-go sandwich from the pub.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna get
With that
the equivalent of fast food takeout for our stakeout.
takeout for the stakeout. That sounds
Takeout
right.
for the stakeout.
Cool. So first, let's go to you guys. Head over to the Smithfoot Crier, I assume.
Yes.
Cool. So you walk back in. You smell ink and parchment, and you hear like what might be industrial equipment in the back, printing presses. Who knows? And then there's the tiny halfling receptionist. Like, it's the two of you again.
Yeah. Hello.
You here to see the boss?
Yes.
Yes,
And she
indeed.
plops down from a chair. Click, 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 click. And then around the corner, the deep gruff voice. Yeah, I'm trying to do all the new paper thing, and they did their job right, but they don't. And then it's you two. Congratulations, you did the best job I've ever heard. Which one do you want? What do you want?
What was on offer again?
It was the horn of silent alarm and a clockwork amulet.
What's the amulet do?
Amulet makes it so that once a long rest, maybe short rest, you can choose to take a 10 instead of rolling. So like rather than rolling a d20, you just get 10.
Oh.
It could be long rest. so I can't remember. But that's probably really good for you.
I was literally gonna say, like, I haven't rolled above a 9 today.
I'll take a 10.
The other one is, and I don't know if it's before you roll. It might be like you might not be able to be like game it and be like.
I think it's just like just 10, just 10. I'm not even gonna roll. I get a 10.
Yeah.
But
Do I still add my modifier onto it?
Yeah, it's just
it
a
acts
the
as the
dice
roll.
is the
Yeah.
D20 roll.
Okay.
And the other one is a horn that when you blow it, only the person that you designate can hear it. And you can do it like so many times. So there's a lot of options.
That's also fun. Both are fun.
Well, so that's really good for, obviously, for letting people know. But as the internet likes to continually point out, to just absolutely ruin someone. You stand outside like a noble's house, and they're just like,
and you just
only
pick
they
the
can
one
hear
person.
it, and they just keep waking them up every couple hours.
So you get to pick different people
you
each
get
time
to
that you blow
designate
it.
who it is,
That's
and
also
it's like
fun.
four times maybe or something like that.
Something
you can
like
do
that.
it, and it's as long as they're within whatever the range is, but only they can hear it. So like the internet loves to be like, well, wait till they're almost asleep. No long rest for you. No long rest for you. You know,
Nice.
screw people up like that. But anyway. I'm gonna put the ball in your court on this one, Celine, because you know the horn has usefulness, but I recognize as well as you do that the amulet has very much uses for you.
Well, here's. Can I Google it? The amulet.
I will say one-
Is it long? Because it long rest or short rest, I feel like will determine.
I think they're both long rest.
But also, if you or Gary want to send a message to someone that only they hear, you have the message spell.
Yeah.
And
Right.
if
It
you
is.
want to communicate with
So-
each other, you have your
If
telepathy.
I want, so basically,
hang
our
on.
version of this would be like instead of using the horn, Gary just like picks a random person and is just ah.
Yeah, that.
That's his alarm. Sorry, I probably just cracked the mic.
And you yell real loud.
I'm sorry. I got excited.
This is nothing new.
I know.
How excitable.
It's anyway. It is the amulet is when you make an attack roll. Sorry, while wearing the amulet, you can forego the d20 to get a d10 of the die, to get a 10 of the die rather. And it's until the next dawn. So it's not any roll. I
Okay.
thought it was any roll. It's just attack rolls.
Okay. Let's do the horn then.
And then the horn of silent alarm is 4 charges. Use an action to blow it. One creature of your choice can hear the horn's blare, provided they're within 600 feet of the horn and not deafened. No other creature hears sound coming from the horn. It gets a D4 charges back daily at dawn. Oh, God.
Neither of them are.
They're non-attunement. They're
Non-attunement?
common magic items. Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at one thing.
Okay, I gotta write these down because there's like fast and furious.
Ooh, thank you for trinkets.
So I see.
Ooh, so Trinket.
So,
I
trinkets.
see. Glint has 1. I see Gary has 1. I see
Clock
Ryan
thing
has
was
1.
2
Oh my god, I'm so
times?
sorry, Internet, for your
Once
ears.
Yep.
a day?
Once per, and it recharges at dawn.
At dawn.
Yeah, let's go strong.
And it's at dawn, so you could technically use it at 11:59 or like
If it's like
5:59, and then boom, dawn. Got it back.
Yeah. Let's do the horn.
Cool. He
Let's see, I'm seeing
produces
horn.
the horn of silent alarm. Yeah, thank you both. And then he walks out. And then Jantro pokes his head around. Hey guys.
Hi.
How'd it go with the folks and the people?
Very lucrative.
Cool. What did you get the things you wanted?
Yeah, for the most part, closing up some loose ends.
Cool,
Now we're
cool.
on this red trail again.
Cool.
Wait.
Have you found out how you get in contact with them?
Nope, we know there's a graveyard where they're gonna meet.
Okay.
Wait.
Do you know?
What? Why?
What do you mean?
Why are you asking?
It was just part of the investigation. I didn't know if that was something that you guys had found out, like with the
Nah.
little Hodge thing.
We haven't figured out how to get in touch with them.
Okay.
We had a passcode and we know a place.
Okay.
So that's what we got.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Good luck, guys. If I hear anything, I'll let you know.
All right. Yeah. That would be great.
Lionel, you okay?
Can I make an inside check on him?
Sure, you can make an inside check on Jantro.
Got a 3.
Yeah, he's good. He's on the level.
Yeah, alright.
He might not actually be a gnome, though. That might not be on the level. But everything he said is definitely on the level. Gary messages you from wherever he is. I can see that you're doing like whatever you're thinking. Just don't say it out loud.
Well,
That's all I'm
I'm
asking.
just trying to. I
Are
wave
you
my hand over where his head is to
Are
see
you-
if he's an illusion, if he's actually taller than how he is.
He's not. Your hand goes right through there.
are you okay?
Yeah, doing great. Doing great. We gotta go to the places.
All right.
So you
Have a great one. What's up?
in all of your investigations, did you find anything else? You were looking at these kidnapped children. Did you find any? I know we heard you were poking around all over the place. You heard nothing about how to contact them or any of that
Did you
stuff?
hear anything about an alleyway?
An
A specific alleyway? What part of the city was that in?
That was an old mirror.
Old
bar.
Old Mirror Bar.
An alleyway in Old Mirror Bar.
Hear any funky business going on down there?
Well, there's always a lot of funky business going down in Old Mirror Bar, but I assume you're asking about this case in particular. And to that, I
wonder why you would bring up, like, do we know, like, we're hunting these guys down, we've
Yeah.
been foiling them left and right. Why do we need to contact them?
Oh no, it was just because like you know someone who has contacted them.
Are you looking for a way to contact them?
No. I was trying to. I don't want to get in any deeper than I'm in. Like I feel like I'm already super on their radar, and they went after your family, so I'm legit. Like I'm gonna print the story that I got so far. And oh shoot! I forgot. Would you guys mind if are you leaving town today?
It's possible.
Very possible.
It's possible. All right, cool. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get my morning pastry, as I always do. If you guys are still in town, you wanted to sit down, have a conversation. Maybe I could get a couple quotes for the article. I was gonna feature you guys if you didn't mind, because you solved the case. That's totally on you. I'll be there. If you're there, that's cool. If you're not, no pressure.
Where was he? Where did he
In a
want us?
pastry place.
Pastry place. Today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow. Thank you. So
I'll be
just
there
make sure.
anyway. If you're there, great. If not, that's cool too.
Alright. No, I think these pastries are okay. Pastries have the general habit of not being good in any of the games we play, though, so I do understand your pause.
See what happens.
And I'll be like, alright, well, later, Jantro.
Later, Ferris.
As we leave, the little secretary,
Yeah.
halfling?
Halfling. Yep.
Yeah, he's good. Do something different with your hair today.
Thank you for noticing. No one said anything all day. Yeah.
You're looking radiant.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, made my day, sir.
You keep doing you, boo.
She chuckles.
So real quick, we do have 4 trinkets. One
Trinket
for-
time!
For both dragons and both of us. So if you would like to roll, we'll start with you there.
Trinket
Lionel.
break.
Lovely.
And
trinket page.
while you're getting ready, I'll say, we should just go ask Slim Timmy if he knows how to contact the Red.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea.
Well, we don't know if he just got
Yeah.
news, but whatever.
81.
81, okay.
Reliable.
A dark blue scarf that gets lighter in shade the higher the altitude of the wearer. Okay, and what you got for Gary?
A 69.
Nice.
Nice.
A wand of reflection. When used, a mirror the size of the wizard appears, and they can watch any moment of their past that they can remember.
That's cool.
Can it be any moment from their past, even ones they don't remember?
It literally
Just
says
says
that
that
they
they can
remember.
Ah!
I
But, like, there are
appreciate your
memories
interest.
that you have that are in your brain.
Yeah, that you can't remember?
How would you know
But
to
you,
remember
like,
it?
what if I have, like, what if it's, like, a memory that's just, like, a glimpse?
Then
Is
you
that
can,
you
you
only
can
can
see
see the
the glimpse. Yeah. You can see
Alright.
what you remember.
Your thought process never ceases to.
Well, that's, I'm, like, wondering if, like, they had, like, were able to, like, perceive things when they were, like, in their egg. Or anything like that.
If
And,
they
like,
could-
if they
if-
would have memory before they were born.
All right. So
True, it's a very good point, but
Yeah.
by definition, if they had a memory, they would remember it.
That would make
Well,
it
does Gary have
Therefore,
memory?
that would make it a memory.
Does not.
You know I dip in and out of words sometimes.
Yeah, yes, I'm keenly aware that sometimes you're not listening to me. Yeah, I get it.
You talk at me a lot about D&D. Sometimes I filter.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah,
So yeah. Moving on.
cool.
Yeah, that's.
What are your drinks?
I have a clay teapot that fills itself with fresh hot tea every morning,
Nice.
and Gwent has something. 38. A ceramic jar that turns sand into salt.
Cool.
Will never be.
Would have been
for
useful if you had that chef feat.
Yeah, well, you know.
Maybe someday we'll fight a giant slug and you can just go. Sprinkle.
That, I mean, you know, one can hope.
Right?
Yep.
Some witches make a circle.
Maybe.
Hocus pocus logic.
Yeah, or demons, right? Supernatural logic.
Heck yeah.
So question about this mirror.
Sure.
God.
Well, I'm just saying. So memory
Yeah,
gets
definitely.
fuzzy over time, and you like will re-remember. So are you, when you look inside, do you relive the memories in their altered state of time, or do you see them how it originally happened, despite how you remember it?
I think you're getting. I understand where your brain is going. My answer is going to be that you remember it the way it happened because, or sorry, you see it the way you remember it because it is a trinket.
Also,
Like-
dragons live for thousands of years. So I feel like their memory might be pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
very
That's
possible.
'Cause he's
Yeah,
like-
I'd say like if it was a legit magic item, then I would be like, okay, cool. Maybe it'll revert back to the true memory to refresh your true memory. But it's
Okay.
just a trinket,
So I was like, if it did that, then I never have to remember anything ever again that people tells me with notes. I can just have Gary look in the mirror and you can retell me the information.
yes, that's not how it works at all.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
We're
enough.
also 18 years old. There's not that much memorable that happened other than like the past 6 months.
Yes.
Like 3 weeks.
3 weeks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I could relive that time Fen smiled real pretty.
But it says the wizard
Over.
specifically.
It does say specifically the wizard, so,
So
I
you can't.
I mean,
Gary
Gary
can.
can show it to you.
Gary could, yeah.
It's true.
He probably
All
will.
right. So,
Okay.
move it. We're gonna go talk to Slim Timmy.
Yeah, the only other thing is there was... we heard some random stuff in the tavern. If you have any interest in
I totally forgot about
What happened
any of
to-
that.
trying to
in the
find
tower.
about the blacksmith who lost her favorite hammer. The apothecary's been missing some berries, and a woman keeps mentioning her favorite hammer is missing. That's what we
That
got.
first and the third one are probably the same
Yeah.
Maybe.
Unless two people are missing their favorite hammers.
Very possibly. Only one way to find out.
So, apothecary's missing berries, some lady's missing a hammer, but, you know, that's not top priority, but they are
Options.
things.
I feel like
The lady who was missing the hammer works at the smithy, so if
Oh,
you
okay.
wanted to go to the smithy, you could check that out anyway.
Okay.
But if you have no reason to go to the smithy, they're like, that's character shit.
yeah, I feel like those things are like lighter things.
Well, so the way I see it is
What
we
you
go
think?
talk to Slim Timmy, see what we can get from him.
Mhm.
If we want to pursue that, we could have said the time that we spent selling the splint mail. Maybe we sold it to the smith. So if
Yeah,
we
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to have a
We could do
reason
that
for us
there.
to go there.
Okay.
We already sold
We could
it
just check it
mechanically
in,
in the
get the
person.
information.
But
start
yeah,
working
so
on
if
it.
we want to. And I don't know if there's shit you want, like gear wise, probably.
How much is a breastplate?
Well,
500 gold.
You got. You're
So
close.
close. So close.
I mean,
I need 39 more gold.
I could spot you 39 gold.
Yeah, but then I'm broke again.
Well, let's
But,
see what happens.
I mean,
at the
we'll see
smith.
what happens.
Well,
yeah.
why don't we go
But that is
talk to Slim Timmy,
Yes.
and then maybe you can be like, hey, I heard you're missing a hammer. Is it worth a breastplate? This hammer?
Tradesies.
Anyway,
There you go.
Slim
Alright,
Timmy.
good idea. Slim Timmy.
All
Rainbow
right. You go back to the stockades, and as you actually the timing works out perfectly. You show up as Artem and two soldiers flanking him. Take Slim Timmy out of the cell and start to move him into an interrogation room.
Oh, great.
And they see you and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you guys are back. Did you?
Hello.
Did you
We
think
just
of
have a
something?"
question.
Oh, yeah. What can I do for you?
Oh, for Slim Timmy.
Oh, for Slimothy Timothy.
The same.
All
The
right,
same.
follow us. So they bring him into a room. They plop him down in a chair, table, two-way mirror. You guys are in the adjacent room, and then they just kind of stand there awkwardly, and silently, until you say something.
Hey, so we're with Slim Timmy?
No, you're in the room. You're in the next room over. You can
Oh.
see him through the two-way glass.
We're gonna go talk to him?
Oh, just wait for a while.
What?
Why?
Why?
Get some nervous.
I don't feel like he's nervous.
All right, then you can go.
Alright.
I mean, do we want him to be nervous?
I know, he's been nothing but on the level with
Like,
us.
he's been fine.
We could have murdered him. We had him dead
He
to
saw me
rights.
murder. He saw us murder so many of his friends.
So many of his friends.
Yeah, we had him dead to rights.
Like, I feel like I don't even need to like try to intimidate him.
No, and he.
I think feel like we've done that.
We didn't need to. We did it. Actions speak louder than words. We got this. Let's go talk to
Exactly.
Slim Timmy.
Hey, Slimmy!
Oh, you guys are back.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, we thought of something.
Yeah.
I know you weren't like in the ranks of the Red, but you obviously got your orders.
Yeah.
How did you get in How did that? What's the means of transmission?
Communication.
Communication.
Oh,
Is it like a, I'll have my people call your people kind of thing?
Well, I mean, I had originally I talked to a lady in where was it? It was an old mirror bar. She had connections with the. She said she had connections with the leader of the Red, Imelda, and then she directed me to the entrance to their hideout.
Which was.
I can show you on a map. It was outside of the city. And he will, with his bound hands, he'll be like, all right, cool. You lead here, you go through this kind of forest trail along, and he points out along, and then there should be like a cave entrance, and he marks it here. I never went inside, I just met Imelda outside.
Now, who is the woman that put you in contact with them? Like her name?
Oh, her name was Adila Silwin. Edilia. Adila.
All right.
And that hideout isn't anywhere near the old Royals graveyard, right? Like that was
Correct.
their old location, presumably.
They're different sides of
Yeah.
the city.
Okay.
All right.
Is that one near anything that like the alleyway in Old Mirror Bar?
No, it's outside of the city.
It's outside.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
It's outside of the
I
city
didn't know
limits.
if
Yeah, that's right.
was-
Reasonable.
there was anything
It's
connecting.
outside of the city limits in this kind of like forested area.
Okay. Cool. So she directed you there, and then you met
Imelda.
Imelda,
I met Imelda
outside the
out-
cave.
Yeah, outside the cave. She was the one who told me. She gave me the job, told me what to do, told me to wait at at Mirror Bar, the kidnapping the kid.
I thought the old lady gave you.
She
Hired
hired the Red
To kidnap.
to kidnap. She didn't hire me personally. She hired the
Red.
Red. The Red sent me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you.
Lionel's not the brains.
That's fine. I feel like we're almost as smart as each other in this. What's your intelligence? Just out of curiosity.
13.
Yeah, it's the same as mine, and Glenn has a 12. So Gary is really the smartest of everybody with a 16. But we're
Yes.
Yeah,
we're
but he's staying invisible like a smart person.
listen.
You
This
don't
is
trust
all. I'm
nobody.
just gonna rely on all
It's
of this
misplaced
being.
smart intelligence.
Even though we grew up on a farm / in the woods, I'm representing this all as my wisdom street smarts. This is most of my
I mean,
intelligence book
right.
smarts.
You know what? Shit went down in Thistledown a couple times. Like you've seen. Actually, living next to a school, I feel like you have seen all the manipulation possible.
Yeah, I would imagine. Right?
Yeah.
You see
Yeah,
all that.
probably.
So, and I'm gonna be
Kids
like,
are psychopaths.
well, Slim, you've been nothing but I don't want to say complacent, but you've given me everything I've asked for, so you're more than willing to comply. Compliant was the word I was looking for.
Cool. Yeah. No one
Nothing-
beat. No one beat.
And I just at the two-way
At the
mirror,
wall,
like,
in the mirror.
you've been nothing but compliant. So really, I feel like if anyone has any questions to ask you, they should probably just ask you and get the information.
You hear a click of almost like an intercom, and then a kind of grainy voice comes through the wall, and you hear just like, "Hey, can you guys come back here for a second, real quick?"
And then
Can we go back?
I'll pat him on the shoulder and walk out of the room.
Yeah.
Thanks. Honestly, he holds out his hand for a shake. He was like, "Honestly, this is pleasure."
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Into
honestly,
my bag of
meat
sandwiches. Take some potato slices.
yeah, thinly fried.
And just there you go.
Oh,
We've been traveling for a few days. We
Yeah.
haven't eaten very much fresh food.
no, thank you. This
There
is
you go.
actually Tommy was grumbling, but again, you guys killed all my friends in about 6 seconds, so I wasn't gonna complain.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, if I'm ever out and about and I have to get captured again, I hope it's you.
if we ever have to capture anyone again, I hope it's you.
See you guys later.
So go back to the two-way mirror room.
you overhear one of the guards leaning over and go like, "Such a nice guy." You see that our Tim looks a little shook. And he says as soon as you guys get in the room, he's just like, Adilla Silwyn, her daughter was the last to go missing.
Ooh.
So that is something, I guess.
Is she still in the city? Like
I don't
Adela?
have people watching her, but because I never heard her name in connection with the Red before now.
I'm gonna pop my head back into the room.
Yeah.
Hi.
So, yeah.
We can find your friend Adilla.
No.
Any idea where she lives or
yeah.
the whereabouts in the town that she hangs out?
Yeah, actually, she was at the what was it called? There's a place in it was actually in Old Mirabar. There is what's called the Workers statue, and he said that is where I saw her for the first time. That is where I was told to meet her. It was just a rumor I heard at a shitty pub, but
Okay.
yeah, that was the word.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What?
No, I'm just noticing that the wear on this die, which is the orange die, versus this one, and you can see they're different
Yeah.
sizes.
Oh, wow.
From
Yeah?
just being worn down and rolled.
That's
so
why
much.
it rolls 20 so often.
Because it has been trained.
It's
to.
because it's
But
been trained.
I mean, it's a different shade. right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
This
is.
is much darker.
Yeah.
It's more reddish.
Yeah, it's it is noticeably smaller in size.
Mhm. That's so crazy. Friction, man.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Okay. So, do you want to? Okay, so here are the options we have before us.
Right.
We can either go stake out the old Royals graveyard and see if we can find any information from there, or if that leads us to a place.
Right.
We can go try to find Adilla and get more information from her.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say we're probably not going to be able to get information from them. If they knew to target our family, I feel like if there's any way for them to know who we are, we're probably like, no, don't trust these people.
Well, not information in... Wait, you mean information from Adela? Or
Yeah,
from...
because she was a contact for the Red. Now, this whole daughter going missing thing, I don't know how that plays in. Maybe she screwed up and now they don't like her anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If she's on the outs with them, maybe she'd be willing to chat.
We don't know that she is.
That's true.
She might hate her daughter. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. We
She
could
might have been like, get rid of her. I don't like her.
also stop by the Smithy to sell the splints.
Right, yep.
I want to check out breastplate, maybe.
Sure.
And the hammer lady.
Which is probably the Smith lady.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can do all that.
Yeah, no, and then I feel like, so our options, I feel like maybe the Old Royals graveyard, because like the other one's supposed to be like their hideout entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm all for just like, it's balls to the wall, just go in and start taking it out. I don't care. I'm all for that. Let's go.
Yeah, sure.
But maybe if we start with the smaller one, like the Old Royals graveyard, which in my brain is not the full contingent, just like maybe some of them.
Mm-hmm.
But if we fuck them up over there, then they'll probably be like, oh, they're onto us. Maybe we should move. I don't know how easy it is to move the whole organization.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming it didn't already move from there and the Old Royals graveyard is the new hideout, which could also be the
That's true.
process.
Alright. So,
So
what
the
you're saying if
Smithy
we...
is what I'm
Smithy first.
Yes.
While we're in the city, might as well.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
You want your meat sandwich?
Yeah.
There you go. I thought we'd be on the road a lot sooner.
So, you guys head over to the Soot Sisters Smithy.
Ooh.
So you walk in, you see three tall, strong women, auburn hair tied up in various length ponytails out of the head. You hear the ring of tongs and hammers and on anvils. You smell fire and metal and soot. And
Sisters.
yeah, this is Smithy.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them walks up to you as you enter. Take goggles up, take off big gloves, walk over to the counter, and the shop is really nice. Like, it has this kind of outdoor smithy area.
Mm-hmm.
That is open into the main showroom, where they have a bunch of like like mannequins with armor sets. You see the full contingency of players' handbook weaponry up there.
Sure, yeah.
And then above everything else, on there's a nice little plaque, little shelf thing, and there is a spear. And underneath on the little plaque it says True Mark. And then the woman walks up. She says, "Hey guys, welcome to Sisters Smithies. My name is Lashane. What can I get for you today?"
Lashane?
Lashane.
Who's lost a hammer? We hear there's a hammer missing.
Oh, that's Robin. Robin! Coming! This one has slightly longer hair. Lashane goes back to her work. Hey, welcome to Hammer? Yes. Okay. So the last time, one of our delivery men, his name is Bert. Last time Bert took an order of our products down to Tribor, he accidentally took my favorite smithy hammer and put that on the cart. So yeah, I know he was heading south. He was going to Three Orc Pass. So if you guys are in that area and you can find that for me, I would appreciate that. I feel like we could work out some kind of a deal at that point.
Everybody forgot. Except for me in the notes. It's fine. Yeah, well,
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
No.
So is there? Yeah. So if you guys wanted to take care of that, anything else though, or any shopping you guys want to do, I can help you with that too.
Well, how much is a breastplate?
500 gold.
Is there anything... How about 300 gold?
How about 500?
400 gold.
How about 500?
420.
This isn't really like a negotiation thing.
No?
It's just like the price is the price.
I thought in the big city you're supposed to haggle.
Well, not in this particular shop. It's we price our products very specifically as far as cost of materials that go into it, number of man hours to put in.
And
to give
I
you the
will
most.
say, all right.
Yeah, what's up?
How about 400 gold and a reference to the player's handbook costing 400 gold?
That I'll take.
Because, it's 400 gold.
That checks out.
So,
400 gold it is.
I will take a brisk
Sure.
dude.
Well, I couldn't remember. I knew something I thought something was 500, but I thought it was half plate.
I thought half plate was 750.
It is,
Okay.
which is half of plate,
Checks out.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, like literally. But then it goes, splint is 200.
Is it in armor? There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 400. I think Jake did that to Morg because he's Jake.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's just like, in this town, it's 500, Sean.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it just a
And bags of holding are impossibly rare.
plain old?
The uncommon magic item that no one sells.
Nope. So good. Excuse me, I tooted.
It's just, that's a very Jake thing.
How much is it supposed to add to my AC? 1?
If it's 14 plus your dex modifier to a maximum of 2. What's your AC right now?
4. I don't know. I just added the brisk. Oh wait, did I? Oh, I didn't equip it. That's why.
Quite. D&D Beyond. Equip it. That should be their slogan now. Equip it.
Yeah?
Yeah, equip it to your game. D&D Beyond. Did it.
Good, great job.
Yeah,
Should
yeah.
hit up the marketing department.
So is there anything else you guys wanted to do while you're here?
Actually,
Did you, after all of this, with you raising your constitution, is it
that's what I'm looking at. I'm like,
Yeah, it
I
might
don't
not make
think,
a difference.
I don't think
is
it makes it
16
different.
now?
I think it would make it. My armor class is 17.
So what's your dexterity?
So plus 3,
And what's your constitution?
plus 4.
So yeah, your AC is higher.
Yeah, you will
So,
Without the breastplate.
You will
can
lose
I
one AC if you-
retcon this
Absolutely.
here transaction?
Sure. You still got your money.
Marvelous.
Do you want like javelins or other things from this lady?
Not really.
Cool. What a great trip to the
Maybe.
smithy.
I mean, do I have any javelins or anything?
I think you start with javelins.
Or like
Yeah,
hand axes.
I got javelins.
I don't know.
I got hand axes.
I don't know if you got
Yeah,
both.
I don't think I need anything.
Cool. All right, man, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe. Do you have any other metallic-based requests? Like,
I'm like trying to think if we get like, can we get like, no, because they're dragons.
no, I want it.
Well, I was gonna say like, if it like metal like tips for their claws, so they get bonuses to like their claw attacks.
Excellent
Or, like,
idea.
Dragon grill. Arf.
I'm gonna say their claws and
That's
their
why I
teeth
was like,
are
they're dragons.
they're pretty.
They're
They
dragons.
wouldn't add anything.
Yeah, that's why I said, never mind, they're dragons.
Yeah, you're right.
I
You're
like
right.
that your thought is let's get magic grills for the dragons over like metal points for this pitchfork. That is literally a pitch.
My
Like
pitch-
yeah,
my
like more if you're gonna get them magic teeth. Maybe we get you a magic butt end of your thing.
Magic butt.
Can I get a magic butt?
This is a regular old Smithy
Yeah,
shop.
alright, it was worth a shot.
No.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's actually Gary will
I
tell
don't
you.
think there's anything they'd be able to
Gary
do.
will
on my
detect.
pike-
Gary
my
will do
pitchfork
detect
at this point.
magic as a ritual while you're going over here, and he will tell you that
has
the.
identify as ritual. Not
Okay,
detect
then Glint will detect magic as a ritual on our way over here. She will tell you that the only magical thing in the shop is that spear.
Okay. Magic spear.
magic. So would that be?
Oh, that spear. It's called the True Mark.
Yeah, what's
500 gold.
that? No, 400 gold.
Positive this time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we set the prices very specific based on the cost of the materials, and the man hours it goes into
You check
it.
your manual back.
So it's like, no, because this one isn't in there. We get to set these prices ourselves. There's no like industry standard. So that extra 100 gold is for the enchantment part,
So
which
what's
makes
it
it
do?
it makes it a +1, and you ignore the short range. So you can throw it up to 60 feet without disadvantage. And it's a +1 spear.
I'm good for now.
Cool.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Nice full circle there.
I thought so.
Oh, right. So
Came back right. See, it was worth it for the joke at the end. The whole thing.
We'll
All
see.
right.
Yeah, some could
So
say that.
Yep.
graveyard or cave?
I don't know.
How about this? Why don't it's about time.
Yeah.
Why don't we take our coffee break? You guys can decide what you want to do next on the break, and then we'll get back into it. All right, welcome back, nerds. Yeah, let's pick up where we left off. You guys didn't buy anything, right?
No.
But there were laughs,
They were laughs.
There were laughs.
and one might
good
say
memories.
laughs are priceless. So,
Thumbtack.
gotcha. So, where do you guys head next? You could either. It seems to me you got the graveyard, you got the hideout, and you heard about a lady who might know more.
So the cave. What is happening in the graveyard that we feel like we need to? We just know that there's a meeting happening.
That's their
there,
meeting
right?
point. Yeah. And there's a code to get in.
I don't know,
So
six
that's
one
like
half doesn't the other.
Well, the way I see it is we could go to the cave entrance, and there might not be anybody there.
Right.
Because they said they got to meet at the new place. The old Royals graveyard was the new place. So this place that we're talking about, this cave entrance, that might be the old place. So we go there and it's empty. And they moved because we were
Have
on.
we left the? We did. We were at the blacksmith's.
Yes,
He
you
didn't know.
just
Go-
left the blacksmith.
He didn't know. Remember,
He had never
Well, I was
been
gonna
inside.
say we didn't ask him specifically about like the password thing. Like if he knew the password, stuff like that. Like basically.
You didn't get the password note from him.
No, we found out.
No, I know. So that's why I'm wondering if he knows what that's about and whether or not this new meeting place would be like
Well, he didn't even
moving
know.
the whole hideout, or if it's just
I'll tell you, you have all the information he has.
okay.
Yeah, he didn't even go to the new. He didn't know about the new place. He never even went
Yeah.
to the old place.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, do you want to scout out
Yeah.
One of them?
I think we can go scout the cave entrance, see if there's anything there.
any activity going on?
And then if we could go in and see, maybe if they cleared out, then we can see if there's
I
anything
mean,
left behind.
yeah.
And if not, we shoot over.
I mean, Gary can be invisible, so
Gary
Yes.
can be.
We
he can go
established.
sneaky through there to see if there's any activity going on.
If you feel comfortable sending them in there alone.
I think I can handle it.
All right, so I guess we're gonna go
All
to the
right.
cave
So yeah,
entrance.
we're gonna go to the cave.
All right, cool. You guys head out. You travel through the forest a little bit. You finish your blessings. You
Sneeze.
finish your
Thank you.
sandwiches. They are pretty good. Gary says his is a little greasy. Glint says he's being overly picky.
That's fine.
Yeah. Cool. So you arrive at the cave entrance. First off, I guess anyone, but like specifically Team Nature, give me some survival checks. If you guys want to give me any kind of checks you want, you can do perception, you can do nature, anything.
That is a 18 for me.
Okay.
And you are gonna do nature.
And a 15 for Glenn.
11 for Gary on nature. And a 13 for Lionel in perception.
All right. What did you guys get again?
15 and 18. Roll me a percentile.
All right. With the anything that got above a you said 10 and 13?
11 and 13.
11 and 13. Yep. No, it looks good. You guys, with the 13, you found the entrance to the cave. It was like hidden under some undergrowth. That was nice. You guys, with a 15, that was you or Glint who got the 15?
Glenn got the 15.
Glint got the 15. Glint thinks that this area is very seldom used.
Okay.
You can tell with your 18 that you can tell by like where the footprints are placed and the depth of them that it seems like the people who travel here know what they're doing. So
Okay.
even though it looks like this place is almost never visited, you would guess that it's used pretty often, but not like there's not daily traffic going in and out of here a bunch.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I will share that, and Gary got a 25?
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, it was Lionel got the 25. You don't know that. I know that. This is a trinket roll. You got... this is Lionel, right? Yes. Lionel, you get a poster of your likeness, which you found in a town square.
Oh,
Awesome.
I'm gonna say I found it here in Mirabar.
Cool.
Wow! Look at that!
Yeah, what does it say?
What?
It says, have you seen this man? He seems nice.
Oh, wow.
Aww. That's so nice. I'm gonna take this for Mum. I feel like it would be a nice thing for her to hang on the fridge. Even though we don't know what that is.
I think she'll be very proud to put it on the fridge. We don't know it exists because she's always said you should be nice to people, and you're doing a great job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quite.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you see the cave entrance, and as soon as you kind of peer your head in, you smell like the dank, musty underground smell, and it looks like there are stone stairs leading down.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we're going in. Sneak, or are you going to send Gary by himself?
Can we say that Gary... Can we just assume that Gary does find familiar at the beginning of the day?
Sure, I mean, he
As a
casts it
ritual?
once and then he doesn't. Like, the familiar
Oh,
lasts
lasts
until
forever.
he
So
does.
can we say that he did that?
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
What's his familiar?
What are my options again? Cat.
Cat,
Owl.
toad, owl, bat,
Spider,
snake,
weasel.
maybe?
I'm gonna say a cat.
Okay.
Fish.
All right, so Gary...
Can Gary send the cat in because they're like...
Sure.
Stealthy.
Yeah. So the
Like,
cat goes.
yeah,
The cat goes in.
Click roll a d4 for your cat's hit points. Let's see how many. Maybe you'll have enough to survive
Who knows?
the trap that it'll find.
What's to say? 3!
So I think that's 2
Cool.
hit points.
I think so.
That's
Two
one more
points
than
for
the
cat.
standard.
Why do they only have 2 hit
Because
points?
I think he gets
It's
a
a
minus
d4
one.
minus 1.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
So you the cat will go in and it'll come back and it'll
No, just a d4, so 2 hit points.
cool. 3 hit points.
3 hit points. Sorry, yeah, 3.
So cat goes down and Gary will tell you it seems to have found a chasm, like almost immediately.
And it doesn't see any way of getting across there. Like, how big of a chasm?
Oh, actually.
How many cat lengths?
The cat does not see any way to go across the chasm, and it's
So
gonna
it can't
guess
jump.
about 15 cat lengths.
Alright, because cats can jump pretty far. If it doesn't think it can make it across here.
Maybe you should make it
Right.
bat
A bat.
so it can fly.
Yeah, but doesn't that take like another castle
Yeah,
of it?
like we
We'd
can
be
wait
here
an hour and I'll spend
be here a whole other
spell
hour.
points and like I could do
Just
it.
do it as a ritual.
Yeah, an
No
hour
spell
and
points.
10. You guys, if
Well-
you want.
Oh,
I mean,
I mean, you want to just go down, check it out? Does the cat see any signs of life?
Oh. It can sense signs of life like deeper in, like it can kind of almost like hear muffled sounds of life, like past the chasm,
Okay.
but it doesn't see anything.
Oh, so it's hearing noises from inside, so it's still occupied. So I don't think they've completely up and left
alright.
this as their hideout.
Well, unless it's like cave creatures, which is a very
That's also
real
true.
thing.
It could be cave creatures.
Just as a future reference. +3 on perception for your cat. Advantage on saving throws with smell.
Nice.
Good to know.
No dark vision.
Seems silly, but okay.
Yeah, a lot of people
seems-
argue that.
Yeah,
Because they feel like cats can see in the dark. I don't know
Yeah.
if they can or not, but
They're nocturnal, aren't they?
they are
Yeah.
nighttime hunters.
So
not according to Dungeons and Dragons.
Well,
Then again,
Not favoring cats.
chill touch is a spell.
so who's to say?
Who's to say?
Yeah, alright, let's go.
All right. You guys kind of scamper your way down there.
Scamper.
You see a chasm in front of you. It looks to be a little over 30 feet down. You are on one side, platform on the other side of this chasm, and then a flat wall. You can read on the wall. There is a message written on the wall in common, and it says, "Call out loudly for me, and I'll answer back weak. There's no voice I can't mimic, no language I can't speak."
Say it one more time.
Call out loudly for me, and I'll answer back weak. There's no voice I can't mimic, and no language I can't speak.
Is it a riddle?
That's what it sounds like.
Is it an echo?
As you say echo,
Ha ha!
you say it. So two things. So you say echo, and a door starts to slide. And then I'm going to say, since it was your instinct to go, ha ha! Lionel also goes, ha ha! And as he makes that like echo, that loud kind of exclamation, you hear from the hallway, like you hear your voice go down and cause that echo, that ha ha ha. And as you do, swarms of bats fly out of the hallway and rush out into the woods.
Oh.
And I want you guys to make me a perception check.
Dragons included?
Dragons included, DC 16, I'll tell you.
16.
Cool.
On the dot.
With the 16,
Oh, Glip has a 20.
I rolled a 4 and a 5 on the die.
20.
fair.
Yeah.
28.
All right, you and Glint both notice that there are very faint dust footprints, kind of in the middle of the air, in over the chasm, like right in front of where that doorway opened.
How far is the chasm? How
15 feet across.
across? Got it.
So maybe if you just hoist me up by my armpits, Gary, you could fly me across.
Not in a million years.
No?
No.
No?
No.
Well, I just don't see a way across this chasm.
I mean, you could probably just jump it,
Oh, alright.
right?
Yeah, probably. Maybe. Can I? Only one way to find out. What are you doing?
Oh, I was just gonna jump it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
All right, yeah, Glint will be like, there's a path. It's invisible. You just walk where those footprints is.
Oh! Oh, yeah, let's do that. I was doing the cutscene back into us trying to figure it out.
No, I liked it.
Yeah, you got
I was
it?
on board,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I can't tell. There's a lot of awkward sounds. So.
I feel like there would be in that scenario.
Fair.
Yeah, so you guys can either jump or just like walk across. And you are at the hallway.
I mirthfully leap.
Oh! You get to go.
And
When you put the trash in my basket, I should have been like, eh? Because he's part goat.
We've lived together for 18 years.
I know, I just wanted to make the joke.
well, I'm just saying, like, maybe you eat trash. I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know.
Okay, good. Now we know.
For teenage
You-
boys, of course we eat trash.
Are you calling our mothers cooking trash?
No, I'm calling.
Because that's what it sounds like. Should we want to have this argument right now in this echo cave? Because we will have this argument in this echo cave.
Oh, you know I love mother's cooking.
Just saying, everyone's calling it trash.
I mean, she was
So you guys get down
She
the
got better
hallway, and you see the first room you encounter is about. Okay, so I'm doing an experiment here with the map. What I'm calling what did I call it? Abstract engineering.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we have.
Experimental engineering?
Yeah. So there are a couple of different like. I set up a couple different places that this dungeon could have. There are some hallways, there are some rooms, and there's a circular thing. So for this first room, It's gonna be that far thing, and that you can put your minis in there if you got your minis
They're
if
over
you
there, I
want.
think.
And yeah, that one looks it is full of like mostly empty crates and stuff.
Which side are we?
Start at the further side. That's where you will have entered.
Here's the cat.
Ooh.
The dragons are right there.
I gotta get that ambiance going here.
Oh, it's cute.
Is the switch on your side, Celine?
What?
Is there like a little switch on the bottom?
No.
Alright, hold on, swing it back.
There you go. Get the switch going with that.
All
light
right,
going
and
on.
I will say that there are 2 exits. There's the one on the other side, and then here, this archway is going to symbolize another doorway.
Ooh.
So, that is what you see. Bunch of mostly empty crates, a couple of not empty crates.
What are in the not?
And you guys can tell immediately that once you get down here, this is dwarven stonework.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it seems like either the the red have some kind of some kind of dwarven engineering core, or they like stumbled upon and repurposed this hideout.
Okay. I'm gonna have Glint ritual cast detect magic.
Cool. Takes 10 minutes.
Same with identify.
All right. What are you casting Identify on?
Oh, right. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
one-time
not a-
thing. It's
yeah,
not
it's
enough
like
all
an
the time
hour
thing.
thing, yeah.
I always forget.
Fair.
So we'll wait for detect magic to go up.
Cool.
Can I search around for like signs of traps or?
Sure. Make me an investigation or perception check.
Okay.
And you had mentioned, you said what's in the
The
crates that aren't empty?
Yeah.
A bunch of like cloth scraps and things that look like they were made to like pack in things, but you do find 3 bottles of like pretty nice wine.
Nice.
Not really nice, but you probably get like 15 silver each. But like, yeah, a couple bottles of wine.
Okay. Cool. I got a 21 on my investigate for traps.
Okay.
And dangerous things.
You are positive that in this room there are no traps or dangerous things.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So I guess we'll just
Free to
loot-
roam about.
Yeah, loot the boxes.
Yeah, loot the boxes.
Cool. You got your wine bottles. That was it.
That was it.
Yep.
Anything else of note in here before we move on?
Not that you have seen.
Okay.
All right. Through the doorway then.
Which one?
Oh, that's 2.
This one. I go to the left one.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
gonna send the cat through this one.
All right.
Like Gary's gonna send the cat through to
Cool.
see what's up. with
The
that.
cat, we can put the cat like right here. The cat pops out in a hallway that goes down. At the end of the hallway, you see what looks to be a doorway, and then off to the side, kind of like on that other one, there is a side entrance. Could you, give me one of those things. You see, there's one in the middle there. Close to your hand. Yeah, that. I mean, you take that. Thank you. There's another side entrance over there. Double doors that lead to a circular room. That is what the cat sees.
Cool, and then the cat's gonna come back.
Cool.
And we will relay to them what's going on that way.
Wonderful.
All right. I'm still gonna say we go through this door.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's look through that one and see what's up in that door.
Okay, that one is that one makes an immediate 90-degree turn, and it seems like it comes out in this hallway close to here. Oh no, I'm wrong. On the other side. So it will come out like the other tunnel comes out here, but you end up in this hallway either way. It just do you want to end up closer to the door? Sorry, closer to the door or further from the door? That's kind of it.
All right. So
Let's just go through.
yeah, we'll go through and then we'll.
Any traps or things as we're moving through?
Which one are you
Go
doing?
through
That
this
one?
way?
Yeah, give me a roll.
Well, I was gonna say, let's go through his door since it's coming out the same
Sure.
thing.
Yeah. So you guys arrive in the other tunnel. Make me a roll to check for things.
You know, traps and such.
16.
16?
Nothing.
Nothing? With your 16, you notice that in front of this other hallway, like right about where Lionel's mini is,
Yeah.
there is a pressure plate.
Oh, okay. I will let you know. Hey, there's a pressure plate there. Don't step on that.
You do not step on the pressure plate.
Catch.
Right as you get to like where the pressure plate is, you can look down that hallway, and you can see it's a long, straight, singular hallway, like single path across, and it seems like it goes through a room, it goes past a hallway, and then there is a gate down, almost like portcullis style. And on the other side, there is a huge crossbow pointing down that whole hallway.
This hallway?
No.
Or where
This
door.
one. So basically...
So through here, there's a hallway and then
Hallway?
a circular room?
No, sorry. Circular room is over here.
Okay. That's where my misunderstanding was.
That's fine.
We
Okay.
open up
Circular
that-
room is here.
Here.
There's a long hallway here, pressure plate right here, and it seems like
It triggers the big crossbow.
triggers a big crossbow that shoots down that whole kind of corridor.
Is there anything else off shooting from that corridor?
Like right next to the where the crossbow room is, it seems like there might be another hallway. You see kind of like light spilling in from either side, but you would have to get through this one room that looks to be about 40 feet, one singular hallway through, and it looks like there is a drop on either side. Like it is a hallway and there is something down below.
And through there we just see
Circular.
that.
Big circle room.
You want to go in the circle room?
Yeah, let's do big circle
Or
room.
we'll go to the circle room.
All right,
Go in
cool.
Big circle room.
You guys show up in the big circle room. That's the big circle room.
Okay.
The subtle differences between the mini and the actual room, where these spaces are, there are no spaces except for the one you come in.
Okay. So it's just gotcha.
Yeah. So there is one entrance here, and then on this pedestal, there is a large circular turnkey.
Okay. That's fine. So there's a turn. So okay. So, all right. There's a key, a turnkey here. So we could turn this, or we could go back into that crossbow room, see what happens over there.
Well, I mean, we're here.
Right, but we don't know what this is gonna do.
Alright, you want to go check the
Well, I
across
mean, it'd
the
just
hallway
be
then?
just a quick pop back, see what's
Down the
out of
hallway in
those,
the
out
room.
over the pressure plate,
Yeah.
past the gen crossbow.
Yeah.
Well, there's a portcullis down, so we might not even be able to get through it.
It looked like it would have been you would have to get closer to inspect, but from this angle it looks like it would be probably there's a door in the way between you and the crossbow.
Okay. Well, let's go just check it, and then we'll come back before we start turning things.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go down that hallway, but I want to check that hallway.
Cool.
first.
You guys, yeah, as the kind of I guess bridge for lack of a better term. Yeah, roll me a check again.
What kind?
Same checks. He said he wanted to look for traps, so traps check, investigation, or perception.
That is a 14 for me.
Also a 14 for me. And a 14 for Gary.
And a 24 for Glenn.
All right. Anyone who got over a 16, so definitely Clint, will point out that along this pathway there are 2 additional pressure plates.
Oh, clever.
They Glint will offer if you're just looking for a quick peek, Gary and I can fly over there, so we don't gotta worry about them.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. They will fly over to the portcullis, to the portcullis. They look left and right. Looks like there's a hallway that leads it leads both ways, but there's basically nothing over here on the right. Hallway leading to a door on the left. Straight ahead, they can't see any mechanism to open the portcullis. Yeah.
Okay.
That is what they can relate to you.
All right. So we can either go up and go to the left and see what we can do with that door. Or we can go back and turn the thing and see what happens.
As they were going through the rest of the hall and like getting over down there, can Gary do one more investigation to see if there are any other pressure plates about? Or was that
Sure.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was just for that one strip. The silver one that we made.
Yeah, that I'm doing it like basically
Bit by
room by
bit.
room. So
Yeah.
your question
Okay,
is
cool.
valid and
We're gonna have guidance.
Ooh.
purposeful. Whatever I mean.
14 again.
14. You know what? I'll say that with a 14, you don't see anything else, but give me another roll. Like, give me an advantage roll.
Oh, that was better.
Is it better?
That was better. That would be 21.
Cool. He knows specifically that there's definitely not any pressure plates. Like, now that he has seen what they look
Okay.
like, I feel like, yeah, it makes sense to give advantage on that particular part of the check, so he doesn't see any pressure plates in this hallway.
Okay.
Might have missed something else, definitely not pressure
Okay.
plates.
Okay.
Alright, so do you want to go up and to the left or do you want to go turn the thing?
I mean, since you guys are down there, can you guys just like peek to the left and see what you see?
There's a door in the way.
Oh, it's
so
a
they would have to
door.
open the door to see what's in there.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, let's go that way. Let's go to the left.
right, we're going to go down to that door.
All right.
Avoiding pressure plates.
Cool, 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 cool. So, you guys, you're at the door.
When we get to the crossbow, I want to remove the crossbow bolt.
It's on the other side of the
Oh, it's on the
portcullis.
portcullis. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is the crossbow bolt more than wait, is the portcullis like grates,
Portcullis is
right?
stopping
Yeah.
us between us and the...
Yeah.
Could Gary mage hand and take the bolt? Or like disarm it?
Yeah, I will say, give me,
He's super smart.
he is super smart. I'll say that, like, yeah, you could just use the mage hand. If you're just trying to, like, take the bolt out of it, so
Yeah.
if it fires, it doesn't do it. Yeah, he could just do that with mage hand.
Sweet. So we'll
Doing
do that.
Cool. So the crossbow seems to be disarmed.
Cool. So yeah, we go down. Is the door unlocked?
The door is unlocked.
Oh! No, the cat got advantage on things it could smell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna see if we could hear anything through the door.
We can
Can
try.
we do some
Yeah, can
roll
we
perception?
show
Sure. Give me perception checks. You know, the cat's gonna try and smell anything in the room.
Oh, 19. Damn. Alright.
Nice. 15.
All right. You hear voices in the other room, like humanoid voices.
Can we tell how many just like voices kind of like can we guesstimate how many people are there?
What was the number?
I got a 15.
I
You
got a 19.
Or like
On a
size
nine-
group, like small group, medium,
Sure.
large.
I will say that you hear, with a 19, you hear at least 3 distinct voices, but there might be more people. Probably not a lot more, like definitely less than 10, definitely more than 3.
Okay.
So, do you want to just like...
Like go nuts, or do you want to go
Yeah,
see
I
what that
mean-
other place is about before we do it?
No, I kind of want to just bust in here and see
Alright.
what's up. Because I feel like if we start turning stuff, that might like
Alert
let
people.
them...
Yeah.
So, like, best to not get trapped in a
Alright.
circular room.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
I think we just... I think
Go-
everybody
go
get
through.
ready. Prep whatever you're going to prep. And then we just kick the door in and we go in, breath weapons blazing.
Yeah.
You know, just
That sounds
take,
like a
take,
great
take 'em
idea.
down. You know?
All right.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Sweet. So are you guys prepping any? Are you readying actions, or are you just prepping to see what's up? You're just making sure that you are.
Hang on,
in-
let me see if I have any spells or things I want to put on before we bust into this room.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't think Lionel has anything worth doing.
You could rage before we go in there, but that's not your jam.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not Lionel's dealy.
It's not Lionel's dealio.
No.
I'm really leaning into the role play aspect
of this role-playing
of this
game.
role-playing game.
What? That's insane.
As it were.
That seems silly.
Well, it would to you.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah. I would agree.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Like back away from the
Okay.
door, so we're not like speaking right next to the door.
Love it.
I will have Glint activate Emboldening Bond
Cool.
on Ferris and Lionel.
Dope.
And then I will also have Glint spend some thingies.
Thingies.
By thingies, I mean spell points.
Oh no.
And by spell points, I mean spell points. We're going to spend 2 spell points and cast Shield of Faith on Ferris.
Dope. So he's impossible to hit unless I roll a nat 20.
And then we're going to spend, right before we go in,
Yeah.
spend 3 more and activate Spiritual Weapon. And we're just going in.
All right.
What did you put on me?
You have Emboldening Bond, which means a d4 to attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
Nice. Sorry, I was checking out my stuff.
And then I have a +2 to my AC,
Nice.
and she's got a Spiritual Weapon.
Nice.
All right. So I will say.
Anything useful to prep ahead of time.
Well, you know, invisibility, I guess, maybe, if you wanted it.
Yeah, but as soon as he does anything.
Yeah, no, I know, it's not the best.
Take one section out. Move that
He
section.
doesn't really benefit
in.
from mage armor. That's another like standard wizard thingy.
Yeah.
You guys bust in.
I think can
You
Gary
busted
like
over
ready
here.
a breath attack?
Well, okay.
Like how does that work?
I.
Or no? Like it's okay if we just go in and roll initiative.
I mean, no. If you wanna prep a breath weapon, you can have him kick down the door, use your ready action and use your reaction to use your breath weapon. Yeah, I think technically that does work.
Yeah, like once we bust open, Gary can
I think so.
get the initial blast.
I believe. I mean, I don't see any issue with it.
Delightful.
Yeah. So you guys bust down the door. Put your minis where they mini.
So we're in this close
Yes,
side?
you are
Yeah.
in that side.
Alright.
No. Okay.
So if Gary's going in with the breath weapon first, we'll let Gary go in first.
So wait, are each of these the 5 feet?
I think
Yes.
so, yeah.
Can he like do movement and then breath weapon?
No.
Okay.
He'd have to wait for his turn for that.
Yep. Okay. So then, yeah, he's going to use his breath weapon. He's going to use the acid one.
All right. So to narrate, you guys stack up behind the door. Glint's magical auras kind of surrounding all of you. Lionel, boom! Big boot kicks down the door, and as the 5 individuals in that room turn around and say, "What the?" Just acid.
Well, acid on. These two.
Those two. All right.
Right. Those. I think those are the two that
Yeah,
he'd
it's
be
5
able to
foot
get.
wide, right?
What
Yeah.
kind of a save must I make?
Oh, we never decided, did the breath weapon DC go up?
Oh shoot! What was it?
12, I think? Yeah, 12.
Yeah, I'll
Static
go.
12.
Let's have it go up by 1.
Alright, so it's 13 now.
Where? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure. Where is the breath?
I had a formula for it.
Any information?
And I don't remember what it was. I think it was based on your constitution, but just like for today, bump it up by 1. And
Well,
then,
no, that would be, okay, so that would be 8 plus proficiency bonus plus constitution would be 12.
Okay.
So then that wouldn't change with the size increase.
Okay. Cool.
I have
unless
no
let me double-
information for my acid one.
What's up?
I think it's. I mean, because the slowing one is con. I don't know what the
Dex.
acid one is. Dex, I think. I
Yeah,
would
probably.
assume.
That's not what I was looking for. Cool. So they're gonna roll their dex saves.
There you go.
Ooh, 15.
Yes, it's a dex save. It's a
10,
DC 12.
Die.
Did
One
we
of
go
them
up?
definitely
Doesn't sound like it.
passes.
Okay. One passes.
Yeah, let me get their shit up. Alright.
As Gary doing his breath
Oh, they
weapon.
both pass. Look at that.
Aw.
But they still take half damage.
Yes, they do. Ah. Ooh.
Oh god, it scared the shit out of me.
Drawer.
Yeah.
13. That's already halved.
Okay, cool. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, roll 2 9s.
15 and a 13. Awesome. Roll for initiative.
Whew.
23. For Ferris. 4 for Glint.
That is different.
Yeah.
And that is a 13. What do you got, Gary and Lionel?
Sorry. Gary got a 17. Lionel got a 12.
All right. That seems to be the order. All right, first up is Ferris. Ferris, this is what you got. What do you do?
What do these people look like?
They look like they look like they're outfitted the same way the other red.
Okay. I
Guys
just want to make
were.
sure we didn't just.
Yeah, I know. I was
acid
gonna
burn
say.
a bunch of innocent people.
Fair, reasonable.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is a room of prisoners.
Whoops.
Whoops.
We're done fucked up. Alright, so I see this situation happening in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up into the room. Let's see. Probably like here-ish, because that's 5, 10, 15, 20 foot cone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm taking the attack action, which
Okay.
is something I didn't realize ahead of time, and I'm replacing one of my attacks with this breath weapon.
That's pretty cool.
So that's how that works.
So I'm rolling.
A dexterity saving throw.
All right.
DC 15.
Oof. So on the die, 16, 16, 15.
Okay, so that sounds like all successes.
And you can get all of them, right?
Yes.
All right, so 15, 15, 16, and then 2 of the... All right, no, the last 2 fail. So 3 passes, 2 fails.
Okay, so they're going to take 7 points of lightning damage.
Okay. The one that
Half
had...
on a success.
Okay, the one... So there's that big guy with the axe up front.
Yeah.
He looks a little beefier than the rest. The guy behind him that has now been hit by 2 breath weapons is dead.
Okay, that's
Ooh. This one?
Yep.
Yeah, dead.
Die.
And you said 7 for the rest of them?
Oh,
Yes.
what's the
Oh, yep.
cam? We
That's a good idea.
changed locations.
Yeah, there we go.
We're still working on the battle cam.
Yeah.
Work in progress.
Doing what we can.
Yeah, alright. So, okay. So that was that. Now, having read my own abilities, what I've
Ooh.
learned is that was technically me taking the attack action,
Mm-hmm.
which as such means that it allows me to follow it up with all of my
flurry
other
of blows
things.
and stuff. That makes sense.
So I'm not going to flurry of blows, but I am going to move up to Beefy Guy, which is
Beefy
right
boy.
in the front there, and I'm going to attack him with just an unarmed strike.
All right, roll the hit.
So that's a 5, but on the die, I'm going to add a d4, which makes it an 8,
Mm-hmm.
which then becomes a 15.
All right, a 15. You strike out at his chest, and as you're about to hit purchase, he parries it away.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I see you, Beefy Guy. All right, that's my turn.
All right, Gary. Lionel,
Cool.
unleash my fury upon these peons, and I will destroy them. Was that too much? Did I go too hard? Did I make you uncomfortable?
What?
Is this
I
bad?
mean, I can't unleash any.
Did I do bad?
What, am I unleashing your rage or are you unleashing my? I'm confused.
We
what
are
am I
we?
doing?
I don't know. Ah! And he runs and attacks. And what does he do?
He's gonna hang out over here.
Yes.
And
I'm still a
he-
wizard.
Mm-hmm.
You got hit die, wizard. Come on now.
He is going to try and cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter
On whom?
on
Big guy or
who's-
one of the little guys?
who big guy has been hit.
With
Two breath weapons. Everything else has been hit by one breath weapon.
Let's go ahead and do it on this guy.
Give me a give me a quick medicine check with Gary.
Okay. Ah!
Come on, Gare. Yeah.
Come on, Gare Bear.
Gare Bear.
Wait, why is that so? Oh, that's why wisdom is not.
Gare Bear.
Cool. Yeah. He casts Tasha's Hideous Laughter. The guy got a 7 on his save.
Well, that fails.
So yeah, that's a 7 total. He failed. So you see the comedian mask light up as Gary takes his big breath, blows out this intoxicating floral cannabis almost kind of aroma, goes up this guy's nostrils, and he falls to the floor with laughter. He seems to say.
Yes. He is laughing down here.
And anything else on Gary's turn? Does he want to move anywhere? I think that's his only option.
I moved him a little bit in.
Cool.
He's hanging out over here.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a spiritual one.
All right. Now it is their turns. So big guy and the guy next to him are going to attack Ferris. Yeah. And the other guy is going to try and throw a javelin at Gary.
Gary.
Yeah.
Not all my fun, Gary.
Does a 15 hit Gary?
Nah.
All right, so he throws that javelin, and Gary lithely ducks out of the way. And the other two are going to attack Ferris. So the first one, the big guy. Does a 21 hit?
It does
I
not.
didn't think it would. And it misses his second hit, too. Last guy. Nat 20!
Ah, well, I can't do
Aha!
Can't do nothing about that.
That's true.
So that brings it up to 2d6 damage. For 4 damage. And the goddamn one I dropped was a 6. Ah! I thought I dropped that one. I was wrong. It was a 4. Cool. Yeah, that's their turn. Lionel.
Question.
Answer.
Can I... So if I go and attack the guy who's prone, I have advantage on him, right?
If you melee attack him. If you range attack him, you have disadvantage because he has a smaller target.
Yeah.
Right, so could I run into, like, here, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have the movement speed to run into there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so, now I'm wondering can I bail attack him from down there?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
And then if I do that, can I throw him into the big guy?
I will say that you could. Yeah,
Like,
you
try
would
to,
have
like,
to. You could
throw him
maneuver
off?
yourself to try to do that. I'm gonna let Gary do the same thing, or Lionel do the same thing. Give me a free medicine check.
Ooh, I have a D4 on checks, right?
Yes, you do.
20, dirty.
With a dirty 20, I'll tell you that except for the big guys, these guys are real weak. And like that one breath weapon that Ferris did took out all like half their HP.
Oh, and I'm gonna leave the guy giggling on the ground.
Fair.
And I'm gonna attack the big guy.
I will say that it would also work in reverse. You could
Can I
try
smash
and
big
barely
guy?
attack the big guy and drop him on the guy on the floor.
Okay, cool. And who's the one? Yeah, they attacked him. So I'm gonna rage.
All right. And now that your dragons have gotten a little bit bigger, and you guys have, what was I going to say? That you guys have kind of, they at least seems to have this like blessing of Bahamut. Now, like when you rage, your mouth, like your lips and your tongue start to turn a little green, like the acid that drips out of Gary.
Fun. So I'm gonna run in and I'm going to reckless attack big guy.
All right, roll the hit.
22 to hit.
22 absolutely hits.
Cool. And then I'm trying to bail attack, so it's opposed athletics.
All right.
Right?
And you have advantage because you're raging.
Mm-hmm. And it's a check, so I get a D4.
Yep.
All right. I like the dice tower. The problem is it's too high, so my dice are bouncing out of the...
Oh. 22. Athletics.
You said,
Well, about the dice tower.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about your roll for a second. I was like, a 22 is because I rolled a natural 19 and felt really bad about this never working yet, and it still works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
He got with a natural 19, he got a 21.
So he failed.
He fails, yeah.
So he's gonna get. I wish that did better, but 14 points of damage.
All right.
And I'm sending him crashing down to this guy. So would it be fair to say that the guy on the ground also takes that extra d6 of falling damage?
That would absolutely be fair to say.
I'm gonna re-roll it because I don't want to pick which because he gets one
Sure,
initially.
yeah. Roll me a d6 then for that bottom guy.
2.
All right, cool. Bottom guy takes 2. Real hurt.
So now let me.
So yeah, you guys see you've seen Lionel try to do this a couple times, and this is the first time it works, where he runs in, sticks his pitchfork into this guy's gut, not like through his gut, but like into the armor he seems to be wearing, and then launches him up and over. And as the guy goes up and over, he's like he's bracing himself on the pitchfork, and you just hear him go, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!"
I rolled my wild magic surge from raging. So
Yeah?
me and any of my allies within 10 feet of me have a +1 to our AC. And we're surrounded by multicolored protective lights.
All right. So as you
Droop lives again.
and as you rage and your mouth starts to kind of glow green, or not glow green, it has that like green tinge to it. At first, everyone starts to glow a little green at the same time, just like a vague kind of hue around their corners, and then that light turns to pink, and then purple, and then red, and then blue. Your mouth stays the same color, but this fantastical light seems to shield all of your companions.
Within 10 feet.
Within 10 feet.
So me.
So
So
Ferris. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I do believe that is everything. I was just gonna look at the bailing attack to see if there's any like thing about like prone or
He is knocked prone now.
anything.
So they are
They
both,
both are
prone.
prone.
They're both prone.
Yes.
Delightful.
All right. Moving down, it is Galen's turn.
Alright, so first, we got 5. Yeah. Spiritual weapon.
Heck yeah.
Coming in. Going to this guy. That is a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Alright, that will deal to this gentleman here 6 points of force damage to him.
And he falls down dead. I forget. I think the spiritual weapon that we described last time was basically like a roiling ball of fiery energy.
Yep.
Or radiant energy. So this slams into that guy, and he just goes flat down like he was hitting the head with a baseball bat.
Alright, and then as her action, she will cast Sacred Flame on the big guy.
All right. And I believe he rolls with disadvantage because he's
It
prone.
does.
Dex.
Yep.
With disadvantage, he still got a...
Oh. He should have had a +2 damage too, because raging.
Cool, good to know.
I always forget about rage damage for some reason.
14 plus 5 is going to be a
yeah.
19.
Wow. With
Yeah.
disadvantage.
With disadvantage. I got 17 and a 14 on the rolls.
Alright, no, then he's not going to take anything from that. That is-
But the guy underneath him,
That's up to you, man.
he does fail.
Okay. Are you going to give them both Sacred Flame?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, sure.
One on top of the
Then
other.
he's going to take 8 points of radiant damage.
He dies.
Alright, we'll take
On
the
top of the other guy?
Yeah, what I'm going to say, visually what happens is there's like the tiniest mote of golden light as it appears above the big guy. He rolls out of the way, but since there's another guy under him, he didn't see that, and it just whoosh. And you hear nothing as
No
this
more,
guy dies.
no more laughter for that guy.
Nope,
He's
nope,
dead
nope,
now.
nope.
Are they both
An
dead?
eerie
No.
silence.
No,
Big guy's
this
still up.
guy's moved.
Well, he hasn't
He's
like
the same space.
Same space,
Well, yeah.
just dodged the spell.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
guy's dead.
All right.
This guy's dead?
Yeah.
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 I think it's big guy and one other guy.
Yeah.
Ferris, it's your turn.
And
What
I'll
would you
move
like
up
to
to
do?
the big guy who's
Yeah.
currently sitting on the ground.
Yeah, he is.
And I'm gonna hit him.
All right, roll it.
That was. Oh wait, that was a D4. That is a 14.
14 will miss.
Okay. Then I will punch him. For a 30.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I had a feeling by you.
Right?
That'll deal 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. So Ferris runs over, nunchuck, fist. Whoosh! With the nunchuck, he's able to dodge, and he looks up at you, and he's like, "Get out of our hide!" Ah! And then as you say that, you just punch him in the mouth, and he goes, "Oh! The toe! I did not die!"
Nice.
Oh, that's
Cool.
it for me. Yeah.
All right, Gary. Lionel, what would you have me do?
I would have.
Go on.
Gary cast Acid Splash. Because it says I can choose 1 or 2 creatures I can see within range, and if they're 2, they are 5 feet in like
Checks out.
next to each other.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. So both of them have to make dexterity saving throws.
All right. Big guy does it at disadvantage.
Correct.
They both fail. That's unfortunate.
Haha. So
Well, sorry. One got a 6 and one got a 11. I assume they both fail.
Level 5, I get to add an extra damage die.
Yeah.
6 points of damage each.
Oof. So
Not bad.
the guy next to him. Wait,
This guy?
wait. Numbers. Gotcha. Gary kind of like when you're trying to hawk a loogie but you don't have any phlegm, he does like one of those where he's like, it's not working. And then you just see like an acid loogie
Nice.
shoot across the room and in midair split into 2 and it goes for both of them. The guy in the back who's only been hit by that one breath weapon sees it coming and he starts to laugh. And it gets in his mouth and he you see it kind of, and then after a second there's a hole in the back of his head and he falls over dead.
Nice.
And then the guy
Love
on the
it.
ground who was not laughing also gets hit with acid and because he bit his tongue.
Yes.
And that is Gary doesn't want to do anything else.
No.
Cool. All enemy 1s are dead. It is enemy 2's turn. He's going to use half his movement speed to get up.
Yep.
And since he is a coward, he will use the rest of his movement speed to try and run.
Provoking attacks of opportunity.
Provoking attacks of opportunity, absolutely.
So do we get the
Natural
D4
20.
on it?
That'll do it.
Yeah, that would do.
Cool, 17. I also hit, like, no big deal.
You. As he's
Actually,
running
yeah.
away, he uses his reaction to parry your blow.
Oh, fuck off.
But while he does, he is wide open for a critical hit from Ferris.
That will be. I
It's
will
alright.
try
I'm
and
happy
knock
with the
this
assist.
guy. I will try and knock this guy out if that is possible.
Okay.
Ooh.
That will deal 12 points of damage to this guy.
That is just a little shy.
Yeah, can't do much better than that.
And he is actually wait. No, I did that math wrong. That's gonna do it. Shoot. Yeah. He falls over unconscious.
Nothing else in this room?
We
done?
Oh, sorry. Yes, combat is over. You have defeated this group of dudes. And in this, you see a there's nothing else in this room. One corner has a bunch of like broken down rubble. Seems to have been like a staircase from a part of like an upper floor that has long since caved in.
Okay.
And yeah, if you search their bodies, the big guy has a healing potion on him, and you'll find about 37 gold amongst the their dudes.
What kind of healing potion was it again?
Just a regular one.
Regular one.
Yeah. You guys are stocking up.
Eh.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else in this room worthy of investigating or looking through?
It doesn't seem so.
We knocked this guy out, not
Correct.
killed, right?
Currently.
Okay, so tie up.
Yep.
Do you think we should ask him about Gilly? Do you think he knows where she is?
I mean, he might know who we are out the gate. So we can start by asking him generic questions
Yeah. Right.
and then ask him the more personal ones. He's also probably, my guess is he's probably going to be like, oh, your sister's going to try to rile us up and get us
Yeah.
to, because that's probably just
Well-
or maybe he'll be like Slim Timmy and he'll just be like, yeah, done fucked up.
I don't think many are like Slim Timmy. He was 1 in a million.
Well, we'll find out. So yeah, we'll tie him up. There was no door. There was a door to this room? Yes.
Yes, you came in through a door to this room.
Were there
And
other doors
now
in
that
this
you are
room?
in the room,
Yeah.
I will tell you that there is I have to go to the different map. There is kind of by the side that you ended up after you had kind of like gone through the room, there is a staircase leading down. And then along one of the from my angle, the left side passage, so I guess from the camera angle closest to where like Lionel is. So yeah, like right about there is another exit.
Okay.
So here,
Yeah.
and staircase down this way.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So, we'll shut the door. There was a door.
Yep.
That we
there
came
was.
through?
Yeah, shut
Yep.
that door.
Door shut
Are we gonna know? Are we just gonna ignore the circle bit?
Well, for right now.
for this
Okay.
moment.
Fair.
We gotta.
Instead
we
of
gotta-
progressing onward,
We got a guy.
we do have a guy.
We could be like, what's with this circle?
Oh, we could. All right. Do we want to try and wake him up and start pumping him for information before moving on?
Yeah, that's the plan. And then
Cool.
we have to maybe kill him. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. See how we're all up like it.
All right. Get up.
What?
Look, yeah. What have you got?
We got questions for you.
Yeah, you kind of do.
I really don't know to do this podcast because I say things, and you just heard my cousin and I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I can't get about it. I was about the whole time.
So, how many people are down there?
Down there.
Did you say nobody or down where?
I said down there.
Down the stairs?
Oh, no.
I
I don't know what
I
to do.
will take like I don't want to do this. I
Can I-
will. What are you gonna do?
Is it like if we give him like just like
some of the healing potion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you know how you can take a sip to see what it is, and it won't, like, waste it? Can we
Yes.
do that for him so it just heals his tongue?
No, because the sip just to taste it is literally like you can take a sip because it has no effect. So because it had like you can't do the thing that has no effect in order to get a little effect.
Give him the
Give him the
potion.
healing potion and that'll heal his tongue.
Yeah,
You don't
that's
know.
fine. I'll just give him a healing potion. Heal his tongue.
Thank you. That was. Oh, sorry. Thank you. That was really annoying to deal with.
Are you telling us?
But yeah, I was trying to tell you if you didn't start swinging your little, I guess not little, swinging your big arms. Yeah. If you didn't do that first, I would have told you that. I don't know why you're here. Or actually, you look kind of. I recognize your descriptions, but like you've got the wrong guys.
What you mean?
I mean, all of the missing children.
Yeah.
It weren't the red at first. It were that Artem Hammerbeard. He's trying to frame us, using an excuse to slaughter us all. He kinda be trusted.
How come we found Red doing slave trade business in our farm then?
Well, those were different things. They were doing the slave trade, but they weren't kidnapping no children at first.
Were there children in the slave trade?
I'm
I'm asking you, the DM.
Yeah, there were a couple.
And I'll be like, you're just really bad at lying. Because there were children in the slave trade. This was like less than 3 weeks ago. Don't lie to me.
Oh,
We killed your friends.
Yeah.
We've been tearing your establishment down
You
board
have.
by board. We will absolutely let these dragons eat you.
that's not gonna save your sister now, is it?
Yeah, I figured you were going to say that. And then I would say, all right, we're going to have to just...
Where is our sister?
She's not here anymore. You're too late.
Why are they stealing all these children? Why are you stealing all these children?
When you ask that, he goes silent.
Excuse me. I poke at the side of his head. Hey! 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 Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me! Gary goes on the other side and goes, with his tongue in his other ear. In his ear, as I'm poking the one side of the head. Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me! Purple nipple. Ching! Excuse me!
It hurts.
Excuse me! Excuse me!
Make an insight check.
19?
There's something different about this guy than the other guys. Everyone else you have met, I mean, I guess Imelda you couldn't really get a read on. But all of the other, like, soldiers that you have met who are part of the Red seem to have just been in it for the money. This guy seems to have some kind of deeper commitment to this. Like, you're doing the annoying thing, and you don't expect it to really work, but you expect him to show some sign that he's annoyed or it's getting to him, and he is vacant. Like, completely vacant.
So, your whole deal with the Red, does that have anything to do with dragons?
No reaction?
Or teammate? Or
Umbriel.
Umbriel?
That makes him shift his eyes real quick. It's the only reaction you get.
Notes. Let's see. I don't feel like we're gonna be able to get any information
I know.
on this guy.
What was the lady's name? The calligraphy lady who's like the head?
Imelda.
Imelda. Well, so like, is Imelda in charge of you?
He's not gonna tell us.
Are you in charge of her? Umbriel. See if it makes her do anything.
Gary doesn't have suggestion as a spell, does he?
No,
Well, that doesn't help.
he doesn't. He doesn't have anything useful for the situation at hand.
Yeah.
Can I?
He only had just like the gold and didn't have anything else of interest on him, did he?
Nope.
Okay.
Got a couple weapons.
I wouldn't be able to like try to like intimidate him, would I?
You'd certainly try.
Can I?
How are you trying to intimidate him? And we'll see what happens.
And I'm like, there are things we could do to try to break this guy, but I don't feel like we want to go down that road.
Hang on. My intimidate isn't actually that good. It's not, all things considered.
Well,
Fair.
we're not persuading this guy to do anything.
No.
And
Do you
even
know
if-
where Gilly is, though?
I don't feel like he's gonna tell us. And maybe he will, but
Doesn't respond.
I mean, like I even have like Glenn has zone of truth, but if he doesn't talk, it doesn't matter.
Alright, I want to just kill him.
Well, I want to try to get something useful out of him before we, even if it's just as a human shield for the rest of this place. I mean, it's like we could waterboard this guy, but are we really going to cross that line? I don't
Alright.
know.
I would love to not cross that line
That's
if we
fine.
could.
So we just gonna like keep him in front of us and like stop moving through.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Alright.
Why not? What else we got? We'll just toss him in that chasm and leave him in the ditch.
Does Glenn still have detect magic at all?
Yeah, it shouldn't have it up now, but she has it.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, like, does this guy know magic or anything? Like, should we, like, gag him? Or...
You would surmise if he knew magic, he would probably cast a spell when he was
Yeah,
surrounded
that's
by
reasonable.
four people.
That's fair.
Yeah, no,
that's
I still
fair.
gag him
That's a
anyway.
fair thought. Gag him anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
They didn't have glowing tattoos or any of that nonsense, did he?
He did not know.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what? Hey, you ever heard of a red dragon?
No response.
Back at my
Actually. Roll me an insight check. Just Lionel.
Yep.
Mm, 16? Yeah, right.
Alright,
Push him in front of us.
yeah.
Or are we going down the stairs?
Yeah, I'll just push him. I don't know. I don't know what you want to do. We could just kill the guy right here.
No, I mean, like you said, human shield.
We could go see what that crossbow looks
Oh,
like.
wait, oh, hold on. I'll take the gag back out of his mouth. Oi, what's up with the room with the spinny thing?
If you turn the turn key, the room turns, and then you can
Yeah.
get to another part of the hideout.
Huh. It won't like alert anybody to spin you or like an alarm system or anything shenanigan.
It will not set off an alarm, no.
Alright. Stuff the gag back in.
And I'm like, anyway. Yeah, we can push this guy in front of us.
What did you say your passive insight is?
17.
He's lying by omission when he says that there are no alarms that will be sent off.
Yeah, this guy's just totally full of shit.
Yeah,
He's
it
lying.
just, yeah.
No, I know he's lying.
Yeah. Okay.
So we could just kill him here. We could throw him in a chasm. We could see what happens if somebody gets hit with that giant crossbow.
Ooh.
'Cause I'm a little curious myself. It's a morbid curiosity, but I am curious.
You know I get that. Like, I get where you're coming from on that one.
Well, he's standing between us and Gilly, so I don't really give a shit what happens to
Yeah,
him.
it's just, is it going to be more of a pain?
Yeah, as soon as he said, like, that's not gonna help your sister, at that point, like,
Yeah, I don't really care
if he dies,
about
he
his
dies.
life.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to see if we can make use
If
of
you
it.
want to make it interesting, you go use the crossbow, though.
Well, I got to keep him there and activate it. I don't know. Do you want to just kill him?
Yeah, you want to kill him?
Yeah, let's just kill him.
You kill him.
As you get, like, he hears that whole thing, and he doesn't break eye contact with whoever, like, gets up to deliver the killing blow.
Mhm.
And as you raise your arm to strike, he just kind of smiles a little.
Yeah, I'm just going to headbutt him.
All right, as you see a little bit of a smile, and
can
then
we brother
crack.
headbutt it?
You can absolutely
Yeah.
brother headbutt.
Yes.
Roll, both of you roll damage just to see how much it hurts him.
My headbutt's just a D4. Right?
D4 plus your strength mod.
Yeah.
6.
9.
Yeah, you guys, and his skull
Watermelon in
kind
his
of
head.
explodes a little.
Watermelon his head.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a tiny Gallagher show up in here. And at that point, I think we're gonna call it for tonight.
It's a good
At
note
the
to end
Gallagher
on.
moment.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good moment to end on.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Please come back tomorrow. We'll see
Yeah.
what else is happening in this weird dungeon thing.
2 whole days of Dungeons and Dragons.
And their
What?
corresponding dragons.
What a juicy night indeed.
Wowee.
Yeah, we will be back tomorrow. This time we'll make sure we start. When we start playing the game, we'll start at the
We'll
start.
make sure
No,
the,
I say
the
we
YouTube
we
thing
say
works.
we'll make sure. We'll try.
We'll do
It
our
might
best.
happen again.
Yeah, we'll see. Either way, you guys didn't really miss
I'll
much,
try not
so.
to blow out the mics tomorrow.
It's been
Every
6
day
years.
is a journey.
Every
Let's say that.
Every Tuesday for 6 years. we've
It's
had
a
this
journey.
conversation. So
yeah, but this could be the Tuesday
The journey.
that it doesn't.
anyway,
Good night, Internet.
good night.
Nerds.